Oh boy, 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 boy. Ooh wee. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Yikes. Ooh wee. Um, what's going on, everybody? This is Buckles Locker with your host Isaiah. Coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on the channel. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Um, thank you for joining. Shout out to everybody that support the Bucks team. If you want to donate, Cash App or Super Chat, the links in the description box. Yeah. Where should I begin? Where should I begin? Well, let me start by saying this. Let me go. Let's give our prayers and our thoughts to Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate had an injury today. I hope everything's well with him. He took a hit to the head. Everything, his extremities is moving. He gave a thumbs up to the crowd. I hope everything's all well with Cameron Brate. I hate to see that happen to any player, especially someone from the Bucks. I hope everything goes well. That was a very crazy moment. I won't say crazy, but it was a very touchy moment there to see, the stretcher come out, the cart come out, and it was a tough it was tough to look at. Um I hope everything's well with him. I really do. Um Maybe a concussion, maybe a head injury or something like that. So prayers up to Cameron Brate, and also Kenny Pickett had a concussion as well. That was pretty rough to see too. Football is a very dangerous sport. We take it for granted as fans, and we got to understand as fans. You know, Sometimes we get caught up. Uh, we get caught up in our moments, but we also gotta understand, what the deal is too. So, um, very traumatic moment there. So, um, I don't even know where to start at, folks. What do you want me to start at? Where do you want me to start? Hmm? I told you I was gonna watch the game. That game was super ugly. I had no idea. what I was watching. The Bucks look so inept. Um, it was very bad to watch. And I could not tell you, I did not expect this to happen. Um, it's kind of hard for me to kind of go through this because I just want to kind of give y'all the overview of some of this, just from a statistical standpoint. We looked we looked like a team that is going to struggle to make the playoff today. And there was some good today. There was also some bad. There was also some ugly. So let me go through the Bucks stats here. The Bucks had 304 yards total offense, 229 yards passing, 75 yards rushing, 4.5 yards to play. No turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles. They only allowed 2 sacks. Third down efficiency, 28% on third downs. Steelers 46%. Time of possession. We won the time of possession battle. 30 minutes, and Pittsburgh had it for 29 minutes, so it's pretty much even there. And the Bucks only had 6 penalties. How in the world did we lose this game? Can anybody tell me that? So you mean to tell me, let's start at the top. Mike Tomlin outcoached Todd Bowles? Did we just watch an injury-riddled team missing 3 starters in the secondary, an all-pro pass rusher, their starting quarterback injured, starting tight end injured, O-line not great, and they still won the game? Did we just watch Mike Tomlin put on a coaching clinic with a team that's about 40% strength, starters wise? Did we just watch Mike Tomlin outcoach Todd Bowles? Put together a game plan specifically for this game, offensively, defensively. And the Bucks couldn't beat Steelers? Hold on. Mitchell Trubisky, 9 for 12, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Once again, Mitchell Trubisky puts up numbers against the Bucks. 9 for 12 for 144 yards and a touchdown. And he took over for Kenny Pickett. Najee Harris, 14 carries for 42 yards. How? I'm literally trying to understand this. Is this really possible? The Steelers had nobody playing corner or slot, really. Guys, no name guys. They was missing Weatherspoon, Sutton, Levi Wallace, Mika Fitzpatrick. 4 starters, basically, in the secondary. We literally just watched Buffalo bombs away on the Steelers secondary last week. It was 31-3 in halftime, something like that. Josh Allen had about almost 400 yards in the first half. He had like 352. You would think that the Bucks with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Russell Gage and Cade Otton, Fournette, Rashad White, easy, right? And remember what I told y'all? I said the score would be like 33-10, right? The game should be over at halftime. I was so wrong. Yikes. Shout out to the Steel Town or Steelers fans. Well-deserved victory. They earned it. They flat out beat the Bucks. Flat out beat the Bucks. With the basic stuff. Tom Brady, 25 for 40. 243 and a touchdown. Okay. Leonard Fournette, 21 carries for 63 yards. Rachaad White, 4 carries for 12 yards. Chris Godwin, 12 targets, 6 catches for 95 yards. Mike Evans, 4 targets, 42 yards. Fournette, 6 targets for 38 yards. Cade Otton, 3 targets, 2 catches, 23 yards. Russell Gage, $30 million man, $20 million guaranteed. 4 targets, 2 catches for 20 yards. Cameron Rate, 3 targets, 2 catches, 14 yards. Rachaad White, 4 targets, 3 catches for 11 yards. Rashard Perriman, 1 target. Shaq Barrett, 2 tackles. Vita Vea, barely 1. Tryon, 1 tackle. Nacho, 1 tackle. Devin White, 3 tackles, 5 assists. This was ugly, folks. Jalen Darden, 3 punt returns, averaged 4.7 yards. Even the punting wasn't good. The game was awful, folks. The offense looked so discombobulated. The offense looked like they were still in preseason. As I watched this game unfold, I knew it was going to be trouble at halftime. I knew this was going to go bad. The longer the game went, the worse it got for the Bucks. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, the Bucks pass rush is horrible. At this point, after 6 weeks, it's not good. And what I mean by pass rush, I'm not talking about slot cornerbacks or linebacker blitzes. I'm just talking about D-line. The Bucks D-line is not good overall. It's bad. The Pittsburgh Steelers O-line is not good. And we only got 2 sacks. One by Carl Nassib and one by Antoine Winfield Jr. Shout out to Carl Nassib. He's doing actually better than Shaq Barrett. But the Bucks pass rush is bad. I don't even know how to explain this, but the only way I can explain the Bucks pass rush is basically horrible. And I'm talking about the linemen, the outside linebackers. What is it? What is it? Folks, we got problems. And we got some problems that the Bucks got to fix in the next couple weeks. If they don't fix this, man, this can get really ugly. This can get really ugly if the Bucks don't fix these problems. And I hope they should. They'll fix it. But right now, the Bucks do not look good. Lost 3 out of the last 4 games. And I'm not going to panic, but this doesn't look good right now. You just don't. The Bucks look like a playoff team still, but borderline. The Bucks look like a borderline playoff team. They don't look like a guaranteed playoff team. They look old. They look slow. Lack of creativity offensively. Lack of pass rush with the front 5. That's a recipe for more losses like this. It's almost easy to defend the Bucks. It's very easy to defend the Bucks. The Bucks can't make any big plays. They don't have an explosive receiver. Got a lot of possession receivers. Missing the explosiveness. If you look across the NFL, what separates those teams at the top versus what the Bucks got going on is they're more together offensively and defensively. Now, the Bucks defense is still good, don't get me wrong. But as a unit, as a whole, the Bucks defense is still good, right? But position-wise, not good. Front 5, not good. Secondary still good. Secondary is good. Linebackers okay. Pass rush. Remember what I told y'all at the very beginning of the season? I told y'all about the Bucks pass rush. Now the secondary is playing good. Now we can't get pass rush. The secondary are doing their jobs. Shout out to Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Mike Edwards, Ken O'Neal, D. Delaney, Antoine Whitfield Jr. You did your job. You did your job. Unfortunately, the pass rush is doing you no good. And I know the Bucks gave up some 3rd and longs, but I can't put that on the secondary. I can't put that on the secondary. I can't do it. I can't put it on the secondary. And that was one of the things I highlighted before the season started. Is the secondary going to be able to hold up? They can hold up just fine. We don't have the pass rush. Oh, yeah. Well, Mike Edwards didn't play. That's how I just thought he played. But I'm sorry. My apology. Mike Edwards did not play. But shout out to him still. They're doing their job. That's the point I'm trying to make. The secondary doing their job. But folks, yep, the kick returner. Remember, special teams. Jake Kamada. The Bucks have problems, folks. And it's in the trenches. Hashtag trenches matter. What did I say the Bucks should have did in draft? Load up in the D-line. Get younger, faster, stronger, quicker. And the Bucks went the wrong way. We can't run block. We can pass block to a degree, but we can't run block for nothing. So all the pressure is on Tom Brady. At this point of his career, can't do it. Cannot do it. Remember what I told y'all. Competent teams with a competent coach, the Bucks struggle. The Bucks look like a regular team. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing explosive. We throw the ball a lot, but I think teams are kind of hipped on to what we like to do and where Brady likes to throw the ball. Today, Brady looked old. The last two games, Kansas City game, garbage yards, garbage touchdowns, but he looked good. And in the Falcons game, 2 for a lot of yards, won the game. But you can kind of see like the Bucs just kind of like trying to figure it out still. And it's 6 weeks. I'm going to give them 3 more weeks. I'm going to give them 3 to 4 more weeks. And that's it. That's it. I'm not going to give the Bucs 13, 14 weeks to figure it out. 3 to 4 more weeks, and I got what I know what I see. So I'm not going to count the Bucs out yet. Not going to do that. But as of right now, they are a middle of the pack team. They're not a top 10 team. We don't have explosive plays. We can't make the defense respect our offense. Nobody respects our offense. The Steelers with Trader Joe's cashiers, Target stock boys, plumbers, accountants was D'ing up our pass offense. Could I argue and say taking those 11 days off really hurt the Bucs as a whole offensively? When have we played a complete game offensively? Does anybody know that? Brady looked old today. Running game still horrible for the 4th straight week. Can't run block. How are you a top 5 line and you can't run block? The Bucs do not have a top 5 O-line, period. Tristan Wirfs, all-pro. Donovan Smith, okay. But the interior, bad. They can't run block. Can we accept that at least? Now, can those guys get better in the interior? Yes. But they better do it fast, because I'm telling you right now, that back end of that schedule is not easy. The Bucs probably should have went and signed a left guard, a more veteran guy that's ready to play, that can hold his blocks. And a lot of us asked for that, and Todd Bowles said, "I like what we got in-house." But let's be real. Luke Gedeke is not it right now. He's not it. You hear me? Luke Gedeke is not it right now, folks. Can he get better down the road? Sure. He's not even Alex Kappa, folks. Not even close. Luke Gedeke was overdrafted. To where the Bucs got him at, he was overdrafted. He wasn't ready. Now he's not ready to be a starter. He needs to develop. He played right tackle in Central Michigan. He's not ready. It's clear to see that, and the Bucs ignored that position. And now, to the detriment of our running game, we can't even run the ball consistently good. Shaq Mason, okay, he can pass block, but can't run block. Not strong enough. Can't move anybody. And every now and then the Bucs have a run here and there, but they're not good at run blocking. Did y'all see the game today? 3 yards a carry. What? Excuse me? 3 yards a carry? 21 carries? The passing game looks so bland. Well, Kimberly, look, both coaches are very similar. I can admit that. Todd Bowles and Dennis Allen. By the way, the Saints lost today because of their defense. The Saints had the game. They can't tackle. The Saints can't stop anybody on defense. They can't stop anybody. Swiss cheese. The Saints' problems are defensively. The Bucks' problems offensively. Both teams are going the wrong way. Awful, both of them. The Falcons beat the 49ers today. Let me repeat that. The Atlanta Falcons beat the 49ers. Yes, they did. The Bucks offensively don't look good. There's a lot of pressure on Tom Brady, and it's bothering him on the field and off the field. Like I said, I'm not going to panic, but it's so obvious that the extra stuff that Tom Brady going through, it's bothering him. The lack of chemistry is bothering Tom Brady. Did you see Tom Brady yelling at the O-line? Hand, rotator cuff, divorce. He looks old. On top of the stuff that he got going on, the Fox deal waiting on him, trying to do something with the Miami Dolphins, TB12, all these distractions. The Bucks don't look 100% focused offensively. And it's almost like the Bucks can't get out their own way offensively. Yeah, Dennis Allen's horrible. Some guys just not good head coaches. Here you are with a team that has Super Bowl aspiration, and it looked like this. And mind you, it's only 6 games. The Bucks got time to figure this out. Trust me, I'm not gonna panic. But there's some major, or I ain't gonna say, well, there is some major issues, but uh there's some pressing issues on the Bucks offensively. The Bucks offense looks so boring. The same old routes. We go over this in film study, don't we? We go over this. I can pull up NFL. Do y'all want me to pull up NFL Plus right now? Do y'all want to watch the condensed game together? Do y'all want to watch the game? Do y'all want to watch NFL Plus right now? I will pull it up and we can go over this game right now. The condensed version of it. This is like one of them games you just got to go through it. Like you just got to look at it like, ugh, ah. We'll look at some of it. I want to bring you guys on because I know y'all got stuff to talk about, and I don't want to spend 30 more minutes doing this because we could talk about it together and we'll probably watch a couple plays. But pass rush, run game, passing game, awful. Todd Bowles, awful. He doesn't look like an inspiring coach. Too bland, too plain. The team takes after the coach's image. If that makes sense. Most teams take after their coach. If the coach is uncoordinated, all over the place, no fire, the team kind of have the same tone. And right now, the Bucks have the tone of Todd Bowles, a middling coach. He was never considered a good head coach. I'm not trying to call Todd Bowles out, but he was never considered a good head coach at all. The Bucks, the Saints, the Packers, awful. The Bucks, Saints, Packers, awful. All three of them. All three of them. Awful. All three teams are awful. Starts with the head coach. Matt LaFleur. Aaron Rodgers looked old. Packers offense has no creativity. Saints, offensively, they're not good. Injuries, their defense can't stop anybody. Coach, not good. The Bucks. Coach, too plain, too bland. Running game not there. Passing game is not respected. Coaching matters, folks. Coaching matters. If you don't believe me, just like I told y'all in the Green Bay game, why we lost that game? The Chiefs game, we clearly got outcoached. Todd Bowles got outcoached easily. And he got outcoached today. And he damn near got outcoached by Arthur Smith. We had to hang on. We could be 2-4 right now. We could be. We could be 2-4 right now. We could be. Could. But let me bring you guys in. Because I've done enough. I'm not gonna go too hard on the Bucks because I'm gonna let y'all do that because there's still hope. The Bucks can clean some of this stuff up, but time is ticking. Time is ticking. They need to clean this up. The back end of that schedule, you cannot do this. These are winnable games. The Saints and the Bucks are in the same predicament. They don't look like playoff teams. Well, the Bucks do, but the Saints don't look like a playoff team at all. The Saints look old, undisciplined. No, nothing. The Bucks are old and boring, plain. But what I told y'all, how much of the offense can the Bucks change? Not much. They did a couple things that I did like today. We'll talk about that though. Let's bring the powers of Seabass. Let's get some new people in here. Let's get it. Let's get down to it. No arguing. I'm not going to argue with nobody today. I'm not in the mood to argue. I'm going to let you talk. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't even feel like debating. I really don't. But yeah, the Bucks did a couple things, little wrinkles that they can work on, and I like. But I'm not debating today. I'm not arguing. My tone is not in. I'm not on. My tone is so different today because I just want to. I want to talk logics here, like logical stuff. I don't want to talk about hypotheticals. I don't want to talk about what ifs. Let's just give up the facts. Let's give facts. Let's not give all this shenanigans and this nitpicky stuff. Just be real. Can we be real today? Can we just be honest today? Can we be honest and be logical? Can we do that today? Gentlemen, I see y'all sitting there. Can I get a Can we do that today? Because I don't want to do this hypothetical stuff. Talk about what does your eyes tell you? Don't give me this other stuff. I don't want to hear it.
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Look,
Yeah. Hey, fam, I gotta say this. I agree with everything 100%. But you talk about confident coaching and everything. Um, you left out one thing. Let's not ignore the fact that Brian Flores was on that staff. So anytime Brady goes against anybody he's played with a coach that's coached with him or been with it, they're gonna have a leg up or have a understanding of how to attack him or somewhat, know some kind of weaknesses. So, you know how to. I know we got the guard play is not where it should be at, but that's where they did a lot of attacking today. So it wasn't surprising that it happened. Let me phrase that. I'm not shocked that this happened. I didn't expect it, but I thought we still had enough talent to just pull it off. Um, and then just you gotta say it. You know, Brady. I didn't think Brady played good today at all. You know, even with everything going on, he's not been playing good the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. Um, you know, I'm getting tired of those low throws, especially the guy when like you really like, are you trying to get the man hurt again? Throwing the ball consistently in the dirt. Um, and like I said, left guard, you got to do something about that. You got to bring in a veteran or something at this point and stop running behind him. I mean, what do y'all see that we don't see once again to run the ball behind the left guard? Like I don't get it. You don't run behind Tristan. Like, why you can't run behind him? Like, I really don't understand that. And the fact that once again, us and rookie quarterbacks, you know, he didn't play good, but he didn't play terrible. But it's like, what is it with the Bucs and rookie quarterback? You know, like that's always been a theme with us for the last few years. And then, like you said, Mitchell Trubisky, he come in and say like literally two third down conversions. Like, I mean, come on, 3rd and 16, and then 3rd and 11, and you let them convert in the like they literally did a 4-minute offense to close the game. I was just like, oh, okay, we're gonna get the ball back and get a field goal, probably, you know. But I mean, at this point, you know, we can't separate ourselves in the NFC South. I mean, like you said, Atlanta beat San Fran today, but a win is a win. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that San Fran had a lot of players out too. Buddy of mine said that they kept a lot of their players out because they got Kansas City next week. They probably could have played, but you know that's not here there for me to debate that. But they got to do something because, like I said, Carolina next week they got a good defense. So could this be a repeat next week? Yeah,
we got a Steelers fan in the locker room right now. DDK Penguin. Shout out to you coming into the locker room, man. Appreciate you coming in, man. Look, man. Look, congratulations to you and your team, man. Earning that victory. I mean, y'all earned that. Mike Tomlin, beautiful game plan. Brian Flores, great game plan. They kept it simple and very disciplined defensively. Didn't give up a lot of big plays. Man, how did y'all do that, man?
Man, I don't know. Coming into the game today, I was thinking that it was going to be a Buccaneers win here because just, you know, with our secondary being decimated and just Tom Brady consistently owning us here, I was thinking it was going to be a blowout here. So I was very surprised to see that this game was very low scoring and that the Steelers ended up winning. I was very shocked.
What was the one thing that stood out to you as far as the Steelers defense that really surprised you today against the Bucs offense?
Probably, I guess the secondary was, you know, stellar. I think, you know, I was like thinking coming in today that Brady was going to have this big game here, and he only had like 6 yards per attempt here, 1 touchdown. I guess kind of an underwhelming, I'd say a bit of a pedestrian performance by him. So he was missing a lot of throws, I think.
Yes, he did. Look old. He looked old.
Yeah, I was saying here earlier, it was mainly during training camp, but like I was one of the people who thought that maybe he should have stayed retired because like I just had that feeling that maybe he should have done that. And so far this season, I'm not really that impressed by what I'm seeing from him.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you know, as I watched the game, and I talked about this in my pregame about Mike Tomlin and how he had those guys ready to play at any given Sunday. Like every Sunday, he had those. Like I literally watched the Buffalo Bills last week, scorched y'all in 2 quarters, first 2 quarters, scorched y'all with no issues, none, easily. The game was over at halftime, and they took their foot off the pedal, you know, lighting up in the second half. But it was easy for Buffalo to just do what they wanted to do. They could have scored 60 points if they wanted to. So I'm thinking in my head, you know, what you guys got basically 4 starters out in the secondary. You would think that, okay, this should be even easier for the Bucs. And I could not believe what I was watching. Remember now, Mike Tomlin used to be a DB coach. People forget that. He coached in Tampa under the Tampa staff in the mid-2000s. You know, a lot of people forget that too. Tomlin had some DB knowledge in him.
Staff when we got the ring.
Right. So People don't understand. Like now, when you look at the game from a defensive back standpoint for the Steelers, well, it all makes sense. Mike Tomlin. That was Mike Tomlin and Brian Flores. That was strictly what they put together with those backups and those third string guys. That's what it was. And Tremaine Edmonds was still, he a starter, pretty good safety. He was out there, but the rest of those guys, they're not. What? Who is that? Who are these guys? Did you expect those guys to play like that? I mean, DDK Penguin?
Nah, I did not. Like I said before, I was expecting Brady to just kind of, just have his way. Because as I said, it's just he's had a history of owning us. So like I was thinking like Brady was going to have a field day. So I was surprised, and some of those guys were making some good plays today. So I give him credit for that.
I mean, Arthur Millette and James Pierre. I mean, come on. I mean, who is that? Like, I mean, I remember James Pierre. He played on a couple of teams, but he had those guys playing like they were world beaters. How is that possible?
I don't know. I guess give credit to the defense. They came to play here today, and while like I said, I am a bit worried about the Bucs offense. I think the Steelers defense deserves a lot of credit today.
Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. One name and one name only. Well, not only, but it's a huge problem. Byron Leftwich. If the fans can see that your offense is predictable, what do you think these coaches see? These defensive coaches that go up against the Bucs. Mm-hmm. Come on now, like every time you see a talented team and it's not performing, to me, it's got to be coaching. Because look at the Giants. They don't got a bunch of world beaters on their offense. They're performing. So it's coaching. That's part of the issue.
No creativity at all.
At all. It's a very basic ABC offense. We've been saying this for the longest.
But can you?
I've been calling this offense. I've been calling this the SOS offense.
Right.
Same old shit.
Yeah,
it's been the same offense.
First down.
Brady's been here.
Yeah, it's like watching a nightmare. First down, run up for 1 yard. If we're lucky, maybe negative 2 yards. Second down, play action. Throw it to the ground, goddamn, and then we're in third and long. It's the same damn thing every week, man. Like,
y'all see that quarterback sneak today too?
We can't even get pushed for a quarterback sneak. That's how bad the interior of the line is. Like,
and Brady's always great at that, so that just says a lot about the line.
Yeah, like we no push in the middle, so we can't even get a simple 1 yard run. I don't know how you run an offense like that, but
that's bad. That's where your business is.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 should be like the easiest thing. Like, it shouldn't be so complicated for us, but 3rd and 1, we hope we can get 1 yard.
Y'all remember that play? Y'all remember that play?
Outside a pitch to the outside. You usually don't want to run that on 3rd and 1. You want to go to the shortest point, get the first down.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that play on 3rd down? Trubisky. I think it was to Pickens or Claypool. Somebody got a lot of feedback. Hold on. So everybody good?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to find that feedback. I'm trying to mute everybody. Everybody good? So everybody still good? Yeah. So here's the thing about the feedback. So if you're watching YouTube and trying to do the stream at the same time, there's audio feedback from the background of the audio for your laptop or your tablet, whatever the case may be. So you can't do both at the same time unless you got headphones, because it's going to catch that audio feedback. So make sure you have your headphones or not watching this and talking at the same time. So it's
or you can mute the volume in the YouTube.
Or mute the volume on the YouTube because it's picking up your audio feedback. So make sure you understand that, fellas. So y'all remember that 3rd down play? I forgot who the receiver was. I don't know if DDK Penguin remember this, but it was like 3rd and 15. It was like 3rd and 15, and
Claypool.
It was Claypool, right?
Yeah, 3rd and 15 where he caught the out route on the sideline.
How long can the secondary cover? Our secondary is not bad. It's our pass rush, man. Like,
it has improved. It has improved over the years because of their youth. But like you said, this front seven is not what it used to be. But mainly that pass rush, that defensive line, losing Ndamukong Suh, not having Akeem Hicks, and I mean Vita Vea came to get a push, and then you got Golson I think Golson's time is coming up. That's why we got Logan Hall.
Not enough. Not enough.
And isn't it funny that in the red zone there was not one throw to Mike?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did recognize that.
You know, how was he your go-to target in the red zone, but you ignore it?
He had 4 targets, 4 catches.
Yeah, and that's your number one.
How, like against the Steelers, backups to the backups.
3 backups.
Hey, you know, I'm not making excuses for the offensive play calling, but they were bracketing them. They were playing them low to high.
Bro, we just watched Buffalo. We just watched Buffalo ramshack them.
They kept the safety over Mike Evans.
Bro.
I ain't making excuses, but you know it's kind of hard.
But you know what? We signed these guys in free agency. I mean, Julio is being the biggest waste of money so far. Russell Gage is robbing us with these drop passes. Godwin can't make catches at either. You know, we spent all this money for weapons, but we needed more protection for Brady.
And pass rush.
And then do a pass rush. So it's like the money went the wrong way. And this is supposed to be Brady's last year. Honestly, it's like this is like a season as if Brady were not supposed to be
I don't
here.
think they weren't counting on the injury. They weren't counting on Stinney getting hurt.
Oh, of course not. But I mean, the way we're playing right now, is looking like a team as if we weren't playing without Brady.
That's
Stinney.
That's
And
Stinney.
honestly, we're just very fortunate that our division is very weak to keep us in the race. But if we don't win the division, I mean, the NFC East alone, minus the Commanders, can make the playoffs and push everyone out.
That Stinney injury is looking worse.
I think we still go win it.
Go ahead.
Look, I see it like that. Somebody still got some feet. I think it's Dirk Banks. Bro, you got to fix your audio. Every time I mute you, everything's good to go. You got to fix your audio, Dirk Banks. It's your audio feedback, man. It's not everybody else is good. Everybody else is good. Just Dirk Banks, your audio, man. It's annoying. But here's the deal. We literally just watched the Steelers secondary get torched last week for like 400 something yards. So you mean to tell me the Bucs couldn't do that with a lesser Steelers secondary?
Well, man, I ain't got no excuse. I mean, the receiver ain't getting no separation. I don't know what to say. I mean, and then when they do catch it, it's no yak. I mean, they catch it and they get tackled immediately. I don't know.
We got a bunch of. We don't have no explosive receivers.
That ain't nothing new though. We've known this for a while.
Well, look, the money. The way I get what the Bucs were doing, right, with the money. They wanted to protect themselves from the injuries at receiver from like last year. They wanted to protect. I get it. I understand that. But Julio Jones and Russell Gage, man, come on, bro. Like this. And look, Todd Bowles made a comment. He said, "I'm trying to protect. We're not trying to rush Julio back. We got enough guys to, get by." So, and Julio Jones is not on injury reserve, by the way, folks. I want y'all to keep that in mind. He's not on injury reserve, so they didn't put him on.
Right. Hello.
You went out, bro.
IR.
Right.
The Bucs don't figure this out. Like the Bucs we got time. Don't get me wrong. We got time to figure this out. It's not over and done.
Oh,
with.
yo,
It's
no. It's just what killed me is the use of the personnel, man. Like I say, I mean, I harp on this, man. You got to find. I don't like White as a runner, man. I like him receiving out the backfield. I like him going on flyouts, little Texas routes like that. But I don't like him as a runner. And you can't run Fournette to death. I mean, you got Vaughn now. You dress him out. You don't even give him a snap, man. I mean, I don't know why he's so much in the doghouse. I don't get it.
Look, if the Bucs, I said this, and I'm gonna keep harping on this. Week 9, week 10. That's all I'm giving them. And if they still looking like this at that point on the back end of that schedule, bro, we'll make the playoffs, but it's gonna be struggle. It's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a struggle.
Well, I mean, we're gonna make it just by winning the division, but
it's gonna be a struggle, folks. We ain't beating the Eagles right now. We ain't beating the Eagles.
Yeah, this isn't a playoff looking team at the end of the day. Last year we're putting up 30 points a game, but we can barely crack 20.
We can't even score a touchdown in the first quarter. We ain't scored in the first quarter all year.
Well,
we had one touchdown a game besides the Chiefs game.
Well, that goes back to teams not respecting our offense. They know what we're going to do offensively.
Run 20 plays.
Where's our big plays at? Where's our
Don't
big
have
plays?
On third down. On 3rd and 1. 2nd and 1.
We can't run the ball, and we don't have any big plays. That's a recipe for disaster right now for the Bucs.
big plays are just throwing the ball deep to try to get a pass interference call to get chunk yards. Like you didn't even try that today. Like,
remember I told you about the heat map where Brady likes to throw the ball at? You see all those dirt balls?
Yeah, just like throw it in the middle of the field. Like,
the teams know this. The teams look. Let's be real. The teams know this. You're throwing the ball right here in this area. We gonna stand right here. We're gonna have a guy waiting on you. Like,
yeah, man, it's just the personnel, man. You got Mike. You can move him in the slot. You can move him outside. You got 3 pieces. You can move all the way around, but you just keep playing them on the field, or you just keep playing them on the boundary, man. You got to move stuff around. You can't just do the same thing.
It's not just personnel.
I mean, when Mike go in the slot,
it's only so much. It's only so many route combinations you can run, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but when Mike is in the slot, you know he's going to run that little seam route every time.
You can run trips. I mean,
that's play calling, bro. It's not just personnel. That's just play calling, buddy.
But I mean, it's only so many combinations you can run. I mean, you can run a flood, you can run a smash.
No. That's play calling.
What can you run? What else?
That's play call. That's design. That's your offensive job. That's your OC job to design plays to get your guys open, and he's not doing that good, man. He's not doing a good job that right now.
I mean, he probably designing it, but at the end of the day, the players got to get separation. I don't know.
It's predictable. It's predictable. Teams know what we're going to do. That's the problem. That's one of the problems, not just the problem, but it's predictable. The design, because you can run trips, but you can design that trips formation and run it well.
To run a flood, somebody in the flat, somebody on the out, somebody on the go.
We see this every weekend from college to NFL. Like, it's your design. You got to design plays, and Byron Leftwich right now is not looking good.
So let's say they play man, and you got man beaters, you got slant, you got pick routes, you got something. It's still up to the players to get that separation and get open, man.
You don't even have to play. They don't have to play man on the Bucs because they know where Brady throwing the ball at. That's the problem. The design of the play calling is so predictable. All those dirt balls that Brady threw, if you notice, the Steelers cornerback or linebacker was in that vicinity. That's why Brady had to throw a dirt ball, because if he throw it to the receiver or he was just inaccurate.
I don't know. I got to watch the all 22 to see what the coverage they were in.
I'm looking at the game as we talk, bro. I'm watching the game, bro. I get it. The so many routes. It's horrible in multiple areas. I don't. It's horrible across the board. It's not just the players not getting open. It's the play calling. The down and distance. It doesn't look good. From an overall standpoint, it don't look good. No matter how you spin that, it don't look good from an offensive coordinator. From the player standpoint, it don't look good, and it's too predictable.
Is it like there's no creativity? Is that because you can only do so much with Brady and any creativity?
I mean, you can start using motion and stuff, but Brady already know if his man is on. You don't really need motion like that. Motion just really tell you if his man is on. You know.
Well, teams don't respect our offense. Somebody's watching and looking at the same. Who is doing that? Who's watching this and trying to talk at the same time? Somebody's doing it. I'm hearing a lot of echoes and audio. All right, but anyway, we just got to get, like, the Bucs. If they don't clean this up, which I think they will, I think they'll clean it up. But right now, we don't look good. No matter how you spin it, I don't care. It don't look good.
No, I ain't trying to spin. I'm just, I'm
not talking. I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying, like, in general, I'm putting it out to anybody that can listen.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. We ain't have no business losing no Pittsburgh, man.
Three out of the last 4 games we've lost. We got out coached.
But we lost to a great team, and this was like the Bears game 2 years ago. It was a game that we shouldn't have lost, but we just looked sloppy and unprepared, and that we came in there lightly.
We do that every year. We always lose to a team. Like last year with Washington.
It was Washington, yep.
But
you know what though? But last year we looked better as a whole. This year we just have not looked good on offense at all. Like, defense has improved, but offense is so bland. we're not putting points up on the board. We're getting in field goal range. Suckup is having a career year because he's making all the points.
You know
for
what?
us.
You know what the difference was last year. You had two players that made a difference.
Ali Marpet one,
and that was great.
and Gronk.
Well, people are saying because Bruce Arians ain't here no more that he was the one calling the plays, not
Not Byron.
Byron.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that
I
because
mean, who
BA
knows
had
at this
to
point? Because BA was a politician when it came to his quotes.
Facts.
So
I mean,
you don't know who was
BA
really
out of
pulling
there,
what
so
strings.
I don't know.
But I mean, as long as Leftwich is the coordinator, this offense has looked very consistently bad for years. I've said it many times, and many of us have. We know what his plays are.
Oh my
We know
gosh!
we can't do a wide receiver screen.
I just got done watching the when the Bucks was 2nd and goal at the 1 yard line, and Larry I can't pronounce his last name tackled Fournette for a loss. Oh my gosh, bro! Hainsley got destroyed. We can't run block. We can't. I'm literally watching this, folks. We can't run block.
It's like every third down came from the right side. Like when they ran the ball, it came from the right side.
We can't run
Even
block.
when
It don't matter. We can't run block. They're not good run blocking. They so caught up in this pass blocking, they can't run block. They can't run block. I'm watching
Yeah.
it, folks. They can't. They're not
You
gonna
don't
push.
you don't even need to load up the box against us.
You
to
don't.
stop the run.
The interior is bad, folks. It's bad.
Yeah.
When you actually go back and look at the game and multiple games, interior not good, folks. They can't run block. And to be an O-line, you just can't be
That's
good
what
at
you
pass
miss.
blocking. You can't just be good at pass blocking. You can't be good just at pass block and say we're a good O-line and we just know how to pass block. To be a good O-line, you got to be able to run and pass block consistently.
You got to be putting points up both ways. You can't be relying on the pass.
And then they run it to the left side. I don't understand that. You need to run toward worse and
Your strength. Your strength.
The Bucks made a mistake and they really put their eggs in the basket. And look, the Aaron Stinney injury, that was big, and then the Jansen and Marpet situation, that okay. But they literally put their eggs in a basket on Luke Gedeke, and I think it looks like that's a mistake.
And I think Light forcing them to play him, because to me, you could put Leverett and Walton in to be better than Gedeke to me.
It's like
bad.
It's like when we draft, it's like through the draft,
he keeps
and
forcing
free
Darden out
agency,
there.
it's a big miss. And
Yeah,
it
he
always
keeps
goes
forcing
on the
Darden
field.
out there. Darden receive the ball, he goes straight to the sideline. Straight to the sideline.
Well, you look, would y'all like look, the Bucks did do some good things. Don't get me wrong. They did some things that I liked. I did see the White and Fournette combination out there on and I seen White offset. It was like almost like a half a diamond. They had White offset to Brady's right side, and they had Fournette at a pistol behind Brady. I was like, oh, that's different. And they got positive yards out of that. And I didn't see that play much after that. So I was like, what's up? Like, what's going on here? You can't run the same plays and think that's gonna work to every team. Every team see what the Bucks is doing.
And it's the same plays that haven't changed year in and year out. Once we get a new coordinator, that's when it's different. The thing is, you have these new offenses that are expanding and doing what's in the now with these younger quarterbacks. Brady can't run the offense now.
No,
so
Brady ain't gonna run that.
We're running a very old school, outdated offense, and he doesn't have the arm like he used to.
Well, whose fault is that?
I mean, we've been saying the offense is outdated for what, 3 years? I mean, when BA came in, we were in agreement that offensive scheme was outdated. So
yeah, but I mean, it can work. It can work. You won a Super Bowl with it, so it can work.
I don't know, you need protection. You need protection, but his offense, he relies on the big plays. And we had James.
They did change the offense at week 12. Let's not act like we didn't see that.
They
They changed it to the Brady offense in week 12.
Exactly. Well, right now you can only run to your player strength, right? So unfortunately we don't have the explosive players. Like, and we already knew this, right? But
yeah, we don't.
But we have to look. I've come to terms where the Scotty Miller explosive plays and all that extra stuff. We can't bank on that. That's not the Bucks offense, man. It's literally 0 to 10. That's the bulk of the offense. It's 0 to 10, and that pretty much puts you in a situation where teams can like hone in on certain areas between the 0 and 10 mark. That's why you see those dirt balls. That's why you're seeing 25 or 40 for 200 and whatever yards.
We don't have nobody right now that can work the middle of the field, get no separation in the middle of the field right now. Because I mean, Godwin ain't really. I don't feel Godwin 100%.
Yeah, no, I saw him. I don't know, man. I don't think he's all the way.
He's never 100% healthy though. Like, let's be real.
And please don't go to saying that. Oh, we finna get Gronk. Please don't start that. Gronk ain't coming.
No, I don't see that.
You need more than that to take it off.
Misconnections at Godwin. Some of those were bad throws, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he threw it low like multiple times, especially like to the ground. That's why I tweeted like the ground's not a 7th receiver. Like, stop throwing it.
Like, I don't Brady. That's my man's and all, but he got together.
Man. Let's just I'm gonna say it. Brady played like shit today. Excuse my language. I'm gonna say it. Like,
the low passes to Godwin, I feel like he did that on purpose because
he been doing that for a while. It ain't on purpose at this point, man. He been doing that.
Hold up.
He did it especially Godwin today.
The reason I'm saying that he did it on purpose is because I don't think he believes Godwin is open. So instead of just setting him up for a big hit to get him hurt, he just throws it to the ground.
I think he's being very careful when he throws the ball to Godwin. You can see it, man. It's like,
I love.
Like, that's getting Godwin hurt more in a way too. Like, if you think about it, because Godwin will try to get that ball.
Well, look at it. Well, see, the thing about they use Godwin in the middle of the field. That's dirty work, right? It takes a tough guy to go across the middle of the field.
That's what we missed. That's what makes that
you can't use Godwin like a freaking tight end. Let's keep it real.
That's what they try to do, though.
Let's keep it real.
I like Cade Otton. I like Cade Otton. I actually like Cade Otton over Cam Brate. Now he can't block worth a lick.
He ain't got the speed Brate got. He ain't got no speed.
Brate ain't got no damn speed. Excuse my language, but Brate slow. Brate about the same speed as Brady. Like, to be honest.
I saw that look in Isaiah's eyes. I saw that look.
Come on now.
It's not like we ever had Travis Kelce at tight end.
Right. When was the last time you heard somebody Cam Brate with flashing speed? Come on now, like, that man's slow.
I say he got good hands. Speed than,
he's a mid tight end.
Hey man, this is getting bad. If we can't move the ball on second and third string secondary,
oh yeah, it's real bad. Also, we got to think about the defensive coordinator for the Steelers is Flores, right?
Yeah,
the linebacker coach. He
coached.
I'm not too worried about it.
You talking about Brian Flores?
Yeah, he was the defensive coordinator for the Patriots, so he knows Brady pretty well. So
I mean, go back and look at every game when we played somebody that's from the Patriots staff. How did Brady play? I mean, go back and look at the Giants. He didn't play good. The game yesterday. Anytime anybody that got some kind of Patriots connection, Brady looks.
When we played the Patriots, he played terrible.
So y'all really thought Brady was gonna go back to New England and light it up? Belichick wasn't gonna let that happen.
They had him on lockdown.
They knew everything he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, AB did drop a touchdown in that game, if I remember correctly.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Phyllis. Jalen Darden, my God,
trash. Especially in kick return.
He's done. He should be done.
What is his purpose on this team? You don't play a receiver. You can't return worth a lick.
He had that right side wide open. He cuts into the left of the sideline. Why?
I just watched that.
He's a horrible returner, bro.
He's scared to get hit.
He might be the worst returner I ever seen.
We need to cut him. You're a punt returner. You gotta.
Who you gonna put back there? I mean, do we got anybody else we can put back there?
Look, fellas,
nobody but White. Maybe White.
The Bucks got holes. We already know this. We see the holes for the last 4 weeks, right? Going back to the Green Bay game, the Bucks got holes. We see it, but the problem is we see it, right? And remember, I go back to I tell you. I remember that interview for I'm watching this kickoff return by the Steelers. Keith Armstrong. Oh my gosh, bro. Let me go back and rewind this.
I'll be honest. I don't think Todd Bowles is as head coach. I don't think he gives the guys motivation or leadership or any.
Hell no. He's bland as hell. He's like Bill Cosby. He just bland. I don't know.
He's a mannequin.
And you saw what he said. He said we saw on that Super Bowl hangover. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
his excuse.
I think he cap out at defensive coordinator. He ain't really.
Yeah, that's what I'm
holding
saying. I
it.
think he's a good defensive coordinator, but as overall, like no.
as far as that comment, you can look at it like that because I mean, I'll say it. Shaq still living off week they won the Super
Oh yeah,
Bowl.
Shaq.
So he got a right to say that. I mean, I do think they need to, need to, get riled up and play better. Like that's like I think a lot of players just need to shut up and play. Like
But
we
see,
doing too much talking.
yeah.
Bro, wait. Why nobody
If you
talk about
don't, if you
this?
don't play, you sit.
I'm sorry,
You
and
have
I'm
to sit.
sorry. Why won't nobody talk about this? Why do we constantly put a damn safety at slot corner?
That's that, and he got whooped today. He got whooped.
Yes,
Winfield got whooped in coverage
and
today.
he should get. Well, it's not his fault. It's the coaches putting him in that situation.
He got
Why would
whooped
you
today.
put Antoine Winfield on Chase Claypool, a 6'4", 200-pound receiver, on a midget safety?
Because
Yeah,
we don't have a slot. We
that?
don't have a true slot corner, and he's like.
That's the problem. That's another
We don't have
problem.
a true slot corner. Who are we gonna put there? Is Antoine's actually been the best slot
Yes,
corner?
yeah,
He's actually been good in the slot.
Yeah.
And who are you gonna put there? Sean Murphy Bunny? No.
Yo, he was out. Murphy Blunt was
That
out.
dude,
Yeah, he
that
was
dude, Sean, don't get me started on Sean Murphy Bunting.
I don't know why we haven't drafted a slot corner.
Well, I mean, if we had a pass rush, y'all think he would have played better today?
Honestly, I will put McCollum there before I put
Where's Shaq?
Antoine.
Where's Shaq? The only reason Shaq got that guy over because he wasn't blocked, and he couldn't even bring the guy down by himself.
Well, you talking about that play
Speaking
where he got that sack when Winfield got it?
Yeah.
He missed the tackle.
Yeah, he missed the tackle too. Like literally, it took no one blocking him for him to get back there.
Ooh,
Like I
Shaq,
said,
I'm sorry, fellas.
Shaq
Look,
has been trash.
fellas,
Cholinka has been
looking-
trash.
I'm looking at.
Vita Vea has been trash. The whole defensive line has been trash.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm looking at Brady's arm strength and some of these throws, man. He is like he's struggling to throw that ball, man.
Looking like Drew Brees.
He's struggling to throw the ball, folks. I'm literally watching this. Like I'm trying to just understand like the balls look, how his throwing motion, that rotator cuff situation, that's bothering him. The hand, that's bothering him, man. Like it's no way.
Yeah, his arm strength is fine, but he's definitely dealing with injuries. But it's football.
Yeah, it's you could tell it's bothering him. Like the fire of the throws, it's like he's putting a lot into those throws, and it's like you putting everything into those throws. Like
We really shouldn't have a 45-year-old quarterback carrying our offense anyways. We should be able to run the ball, but we can't do that.
We got this man throwing 40 plus times a game, and he's 45. You think that's going?
That's
I
mad.
just find it amazing
It's not
how
gonna-
much
it's not gonna-
we
it's
like
not enough to finish the
trust.
season.
How much we trust Lou Gedeke, so we run behind him.
Unbelievable.
Problem, man. I don't understand that. And then you don't run no counter with Mason. All you run is duo. You run tag team block, pick a hole, or you'll run a counter, but you'll run a counter with Gedeke.
Like getting them short yardages was trash, and like I'm not even gonna put like all in the defense, but like how many third downs and 7+ did you give up? Like 3rd and 16, and you give that up? How low?
The Steelers was 40. They had 46% on third down. The Bucs had 28%.
And they were playing zone. You should have too high manned up.
So
It's
the Steelers,
how far we play off the ball. We give them so much yardage. To just
this is the second straight week. Well, actually third straight week that the Bucs third down defense has been bad.
we can't get off the field. Like we really can't.
Did anybody watch that Chiefs-Bills game?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that play over the middle to Juju Schuster for like a long gain?
Yeah.
It was not a touchdown one. The one like late in the game.
I remember it.
Yeah. See, that plays like that. They scheme people open. We can't do that.
Well, see, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's the personnel that we got. We don't have that type of personnel to run. Remember, you can't run. Every guy can't run the route tree very well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that they can run very well, and there are certain things that you can't use them in because of their speed or their quickness or whatever, their agility. The Bucs a lot of the Bucs receivers are kind of the same.
I mean, Mike can do that.
Mike good for a 7 route, a 9 route, and a fade.
That's it.
We need a dig on our receiving.
He might can run a post. He might can run an 8 route.
We don't have many agile receivers that can cut off and get separation like that.
Well, actually, the dude that we got for free agency, that's where he was supposed to be, Gage.
Bro, Gage and Julio.
You said the key word.
No, they've been running
Gage
Gage
and
on
Julio
vertical
can get
route.
out. Honestly.
You said the key word supposed to be.
They've been running Gage vertical. I don't understand.
Well, the issue with Gage is the same issue with a lot of our players. He's playing hurt.
The hamstring, huh?
Yep. Hey, but here's the bright spot. Here's the bright spot. Here's the bright spot. The Eagles started out hot. We started out a little bit slow, but we all know in football, it's a team that ends the hottest that usually goes on to win the Super Bowl.
It's still early, man. It's still early.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we point out all the things that's obvious. Let's talk about some good stuff here. Let's
What good stuff?
Ryan, hey, I got one. Ryan,
Only good thing I can say,
Ryan,
man.
suck up.
We've been holding, except for that Kansas City team. We hold the team around 17 points. I mean that should be enough to win games, man.
But Pittsburgh though, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I had the Bucks kicker on my fantasy team, so he gave me a bunch of points.
I'm sorry, we can't call defense anything good.
I had us losing this game too. That's the worst part.
When you give up, how many third and longs did we give up in this game?
5 or 6.
Oh my! 3rd and 15 should be automatic 3 and out. I don't care.
True.
That was the play that Mitchell.
You had a
that
busted
bad snap.
kickoff return. You had a busted
Especially
kickoff
against
return.
Mitch Trubisky.
Oh,
This
no,
ain't Patrick
you
Mahomes.
make Mitchell Trubisky look like a Hall of Famer. Like, as
This
soon as he
ain't-
came in the game, I knew it was over.
This ain't Patrick Mahomes. Like and the Chiefs, as good as the Chiefs' offense is, they're not that good. Like we made them look really, really, really good, better than they really are.
Yeah,
Andy-
you still should be able to score.
Andy Reid is so much better than Ty Bowles. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Oh, you already ran the
Come
ball.
on, man. That's common sense.
It's just amazing. Like all these coaches coming up, like Todd Bowles is not going to be able to cut it. He's not going to be able to. Run
See,
with them.
this is why I don't really have. I changed my mind. I don't really have any hope because I mean, unless we changing coaches, I don't have the roster ain't the problem. It's the damn coaches, bro. Like they ain't gonna cut it.
So
Todd
anybody want to read that super chat?
Should we look at trading Evans for one of these QBs in the draft this offseason?
Well, you must be out your mind.
No.
You
We could trade Shaq.
Man.
I would trade. Hey, this is the thing. Evans got 1 year left on his contract. Why not see if you can get something for him? I'm not saying for a QB, but
Mike takes all the pay cuts. We're not losing too much money with him.
But is he gonna say like I don't want to go back to losing neither? Like it'd be like, hey, I don't want to be here. We finna start losing. I mean, Mike still got his money. He took restructured his contract, but he got his money. Let's not.
The Ravens ain't gonna pay Lamar, but if I'm Lamar, I don't want to play with Byron Leftwich.
So let me ask y'all
the
this.
whole offense anyway.
Let me ask y'all this. Did the Bucks peak in 2020?
Yeah.
No.
I think
Yeah,
with
I feel
coaching, they peaked in 20. I don't think because like BA, like I know like the play calls were bad, but he has a way better attitude on, and he gets the team like riled up more than Todd Bowles will ever.
Let me tell you the truth about 2020.
No, he just hold their feet to the fire.
Hey, let me tell the truth about
Ain't no way in
2020.
hell Bruce will let Tom Brady go to a wedding.
Yeah. Like Todd won't get on like Brady at all. Like Todd won't say anything like the Brady. Like Brady can take as much days off.
Well, they gave
wouldn't let
Brady
that
all the
slide.
control. Brady think he can run the team and do
That's
whatever
exactly.
he
I'm
wants.
saying like who has the locker room, Brady or Todd? Because I feel like Todd never had control of the locker room to begin with.
Well, to be fair, Brady was doing that back in 2020 as well. But here's the thing about 2020. They got lucky when they played the Redskins or whatever they were called at that time. They almost lost to that team, Heineke and them. You remember that?
Yeah.
If Drew Brees didn't have a noodle arm, we would have lost to the Saints. Yeah, if Drew Brees didn't have a noodle arm, we would have lost to the Saints again. Let's be honest. Now, Green Bay, that was a good performance, even though Tom Brady tried to throw the game away for whatever reason.
Green Bay didn't have no offensive line.
I mean, it was a little bit beat up, but that was a good overall.
Green Bay could have won that game.
And then the Chiefs were just depleted on the old line completely. I think every single lineman was missing.
Three.
Three of them.
The tackles were.
And Shaq Barrett's still riding on that high horse.
Like I
But,
said,
I mean, don't get me wrong, a win is a win.
I
But
don't want to talk about the past, but that Saints game, a big key factor was Taysom Hill not playing either.
Yeah, Taysom Hill didn't play that game.
But yeah.
Well, so, okay.
Yeah, that's here that we won the bowl. So
yeah, we still won, but
hey, we went for broke, so I'm fine with it. We went for broke and won. So.
Yeah, like Isaiah did. Like Isaiah said, Super Bowl or bust, and that's what it was.
Yeah, we got one.
but it just never felt like this team reached its full potential because with the weapons that they got, they should have been able to break records. You know
What
what I
it
mean? Like
is I think these guys are just living off that whole visual of, hey, we got Brady, we need to get this right. When honestly, this ain't a
that noise.
young mid-age
What's that
Brady.
noise?
I can barely
I'm
hear you,
looking at
bro.
some of these plays.
I
Third
was
and
saying
15, Chase Claypool.
Some
Are you
people
looking
say he
at
didn't even
the?
catch that ball. We didn't even challenge that. We should have challenged it at least.
No, he got his feet down.
Well, no, I'm just saying though.
No,
like,
no, no. It was the other one before that play. It was in the third quarter. Trubisky just got in, and he completed one to Chase Claypool up the middle, 3rd and 15.
Oh yeah.
Like we give up certain plays that it didn't make any sense. Like that play made no sense to give up.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
And it
Like
was no
any of the
pressure.
third downs.
It was no pressure.
Are you looking at the all 21 or whatever it's called?
Watch that.
Okay,
Just watch
frozen. Oh, there it is.
it. Replayed it
Oh,
again. No pressure. We'll see it on all 20.
Wait,
I'm here.
you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you're freezing up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, bro! It was 2nd and 20, and then it was 3rd and 15.
Hey, that's blows my mind.
How is that possible, man? Like, look, the Bucs defense overall didn't play bad. It's just certain parts of the game.
It's the most crucial moments that they
Right.
played bad.
You
We
can't
can't get off the field on 3rd down when we need like 3rd and 15. There's no like you can't give up those plays. Like you just can't.
Was that drive that Trubisky that fumble snap? Was that drive that we?
Yeah, they got he fumbled and then got the first down the next play.
Yeah, makes absolutely no sense.
God, I mean, it's like we have yet to see the Bucs play a full game.
I feel like we didn't have heart in this game.
That
Either.
makes
Like the Steelers
sense.
won
We
this
have
game.
yet to see.
coaching. I'm gonna keep saying that. Coaching.
Yeah, coaching played a big factor in this game too.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
I mean, the game plan was perfect for the Steelers. The Steelers had the game plan perfectly set up for what the Bucs like to do, and they negated a lot of that. I mean, 25 for 40.
Yeah.
All Mike Tomlin said is, look, when we get our situational football, let's convert. 46% on 3rd downs. They did check. Let's keep the Bucs offense in a circle, in a bubble. Check. Let's not turn the ball over. Check. That's coaching. That's simple coaching.
I think Tom missed the Bill Belichick with their structure over there in New England.
Yeah.
It's way more talent in Tampa Bay, but in New England there was structure and discipline.
Oh, everything is like
Tom just misses his wife right now for you know what he missing, but that's what his problem is.
Well, I mentioned this earlier. It's so like people don't realize how much going on in his life. Like,
Yeah.
It's a lot going on, man. Like whether we want to admit it or not, man, he got a lot of stuff going on, man. He do.
Well, I always say this though, God don't put you in no situation you can't handle though. Like I get that's a lot to handle, but you're not put in situations like that if you can handle it. But I mean, it's definitely my only issue. It's affecting his play big time. There's no way you can't tell me it ain't affecting his play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, is he regretting? Like, man, I should have stayed retired. I mean, or
He played good against Atlanta. Then we started missing some drives there in the second half. But I thought he looked pretty good the first half.
The problem is it's like 3 straight 3 and look, I don't want to go back to
Yeah.
that. So this game right here is a microcosm of what the Bucs look like right now and what they we know what they should look like, but these first 6 weeks when you look at our team and it's like, yeah, we good, but we still don't have it all together.
now, is this a result that we have now? Let me ask you this: is this a result because we're playing a tougher schedule this year? Because last 2 years was easy, 3rd place, 2nd.
I'm gonna let Travis answer that question there. Travis, go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you answer that one.
Well, you know what, man? So far, I mean, it's too soon to say, but that Packers game was winnable, but what set us back with 2 fumbles, 2 key fumbles when we were driving. And then with that Kansas City game, honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say honestly because, I mean, I got nothing to lie about. But that we started off on the wrong foot with that kick return. And yes, it comes down to winning the division, getting a tougher schedule next year. But there's no excuse. You got to show up. You want to be recognized as one of the best. You want to be paid as the best. Devin White, you need to perform. Perfect example. Devin White's been getting cooked.
He need to shut up and just play. Like, I'm tired of him talking.
Grass. You know what I mean? He's on the highlight reel on the wrong side. So, it's not going to be like this next year if we win the division or not. It's just because we're going to be rebuilding like the rest of our division is apparently. So, take what you will from that.
I get it. I mean, I just, like I said, man, it's too much talking and not enough performance on the field for me. And I just feel like, you have, like I said, like, I mean, the schedule is what it is. Like, it's NFL, there are no winnable games, but, the expectation for this game, when the season started, I said it's going to be a tough game. But then after watching what Buffalo did last Sunday and coming into the game this week, I'm like, wow, nearly their whole secondary is out. So, automatically, I honestly thought, I said this is going to be a good day for the offense to just, take the next step. Like I'm looking at like, okay, I think everybody gonna eat this game. Like Mike gonna come out the gate, have some good plays, Godwin. That just it didn't happen. But like I said, my hats off to Tomlin and Brian Flores. They had a good game plan. So we just got to take this one and just get ready for next week. But
next week ain't no slouch either.
Yeah, Carolina, they got a defense. I mean, all I'm saying, like Isaiah said last week, is Brady holding the team back from being creative on offense? Is that the issue, or Byron Leftwich don't have any vision to get creative and scheme guys open? That's I mean, you got to look at it both ways.
Or that interior line too.
Wait. How can a quarterback hold the team back from being creative? Are you saying because he can't run?
That's part of it. But I'm saying Brady's stuck. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
The man, hold up, wait. The man has won 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
basically
and that
being
was
immobile.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and he had a defense, and he just threw a darn crossing route in a slant, and we don't even do that. So I mean, yeah, you can say 7 Super Bowls, but everybody done picked up on his offense. It's just a simple tight end seam, crossing route.
Is it his offense though?
We running New England offense. We're not running.
I don't think so.
I mean, when you take a shot deep, it's always max protection. You're not going to sit there and go 4 wides, everybody run a deep seam, and you pick the best matchup. He's not going to hold the ball. He's going to get rid of. He has a clock in his head.
He can't, because even if pressure gets in the safety,
so let me ask you a question. What kind of offense should we be running, or what kind of offense would you like to run?
Well, you obviously can't run a balanced attack. That shows right there, because that's what I would like to see. But what they're running, everybody's picked up.
So what that got to do with the quarterback?
That's what he wants to run. He wanted BA gone. Brady got more say so than Leftwich. Like when they be sitting there talking, Brady say, "No, I ain't running that. I'm gonna run this." So like,
matter of fact, I think Tom Brady is too agreeable. He likes Byron Leftwich a lot as a person, so he's not gonna go out of his way to disrespect him, saying, "No, we're not running that shit. We're gonna run what I want to run." So I feel like he should do that. Like, Byron, I fucks with you, but we're gonna run it this way. But he ain't gonna do that because that's his friend. You can't disrespect a man at his work,
Yeah, so. But this is your job on the line. So all that friend shit go out the door.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's week 6.
There is only so many routes you can run against certain coverages, man.
Bro, it's week 6, man.
The players got to get separation and make plays.
The key to any good offense is an O-line. I don't care how talented your receivers are, how good your quarterback is. If your O-line is not performing, it's not going to work.
Don't say his name. I know what you're about to say. Don't say his name.
Don't say his name. I still don't want to hear I don't want to hear that blaming it on the O-line, because when it's plenty of times in this game where they hold up and he just don't make the plays. Tom just don't make the plays.
I mean,
I'm tired of us coddling him and caping for him. Dude is not playing good. He's
Yeah,
not.
I said that earlier. He didn't play good. It's just
see,
we
here's the
didn't play
issue.
no. We didn't play
Here's
no
the,
good
He out
phases.
there throwing dirt balls. He missing reads where he throwing in the double coverage, and I'm seeing wide open receivers.
here's the
There's
issue.
people out there open. How do you get in the red zone 4 times and not you threw it to Mike once and got a pass interference or holding? He should be
The
getting the
man was
ball.
being double
They should
teamed.
be going to him 90% of the damn time in the red zone. Period. How
You don't think?
how is he only getting four looks?
How you gonna throw in their bracket and the man low to high?
They're not
Right, they're
bracketing
double teaming
him.
Mike.
They is
He's
bracket.
not even looking. He's looking for that
They
crossing
bracketing
route
him,
right
man.
over the middle. Every time. He's showing you who he's looking for. He's looking for Godwin. And he's not even putting the ball on him.
Man,
He threw it to him like 12 times, 13 times.
if they went bracket him, he'd have thrown the fade like he was throwing against Kansas City. I'm telling you, they were bracket him low to high.
Here's the problem with some Bucs fans. Some Bucs fans didn't want Tom Brady to be on this team to begin with when he first came. Oh, he too old. We should have kept Jameis. And those same Bucs fans, yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That ain't me. That is not me. I'm
No,
just
I'm
looking
just
at what
saying.
I'm seeing. I'm looking at what I'm seeing, bro.
I
The
can
man was
respect that.
25 for 40.
Yeah, he didn't play his best, but I feel like the Steelers, they had the right game plan.
That's terrible.
Yeah. They took away God. They double teamed Evans and Godwin. Low to high. They bracket.
How you double teaming them?
Because with the 2 high safety, they got they got a corner playing them underneath, and they got the safety over the top.
We're going up against a backup secondary. These are players off the practice squad, bro.
You know what it is. So
But they weren't even playing man like that. They were playing zone coverage for the most part. So it wasn't really a situation where you had to beat man to man. If that was the case, we would have won most of those matchups. They were just very disciplined in their zone coverage.
I don't know if they were playing. I got to look at all 22, but like I know a lot of times they were playing.
I got 2 names for you.
They were bracketing
Byron and Tom.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Period. Because even if Byron is making bad calls or calling bad plays, I would think that the GOAT, quote unquote, should know how to audible out of that.
See, now you sound like a hater.
I'm not sounding like a hater. I'm sounding like what it's supposed to be.
No, when you say quote unquote, that sounds like some hating shit. I feel like you have some kind of like agenda behind your little criticism of Tom Brady.
My criticism of Tom Brady is if his head ain't in it, just go, man. Because I'm seeing piss poor play. Period. I'm not seeing Tom Brady even of last year.
Well, the nerve of you saying that when with the quarterbacks the Bucs have had these past years, that's funny to me.
Well, it is what it is.
It's not like he replaced Joe Montana or Peyton Manning or some shit. He replaced Jameis Winston.
No, he hasn't.
So let's settle down.
If you look at his numbers,
all right. It sounds like we. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all Bucs fans, right?
Travis.
Right.
I'm stepping in. I'm stepping in. I let them get their feelings out. I'm stepping in.
I don't want to do it because I'm
stepping in. I wanted them to get their feelings out. You know, listen. I understand we're all frustrated. This was a loss we didn't want, but it's only week 6. At the end of the day, it's week 6. We're frustrated.
How many more weeks? How many more weeks does it take to get started?
Wait. Listen, Sal, I got you. Let's focus on the next opponent at hand, a conference and division rivalry.
Right. We need to win that.
We need to win this. All right. Yes, this was a game we should have won, but it's happened to us last year, happened to us the year before. We made the playoffs. We won the division. Went to the Super Bowl, not last year, but I'm saying within the last 2 years. We're going to tighten up. All right. Plenty of game left. We identified our weaknesses. We identified what we're frustrated with. And Isaiah tried to bring up the bright spots. I know there's not much, but there are bright spots.
I want to talk about that.
What is the bright spots?
Kicker made all this
I said suck up from the jump.
Yeah, suck up.
Okay, he's MVP this year.
He's MVP for us, man. Give him the Ring of Honor. I get it, but let's talk about some more things before we move on
Okay,
to
if your bright spot, if your bright spot is your kicker, you are a bad team.
I mean, I won't argue with you. Like you said, you go to the red zone 4 times.
Do you have another bright spot?
Get in the end zone.
I didn't see anything bright about that. And the bright spot was that actually the defense was playing good. They just choked up the last 2 series. But that's because the offense has been sputtering for 3 quarters. Your defense can only hold up for so long. You got to give them some type of help.
You just answered that situation. You know, your defense gets on the field too much, you're going to get tired and gassed.
No. Wait. You know what? The timeout. So the time of possession was pretty much even. So what you mean?
We're not converting. We're not scoring. We can move the
it would
ball.
help if you didn't put Levante on a wide receiver.
We're moving the ball in between the 20s, but once we get outside of that, within the red zone, I don't know what the hell we're doing, man. We were It was second in inches, and we couldn't get in.
Well, the time of possession was 30 minutes and 1 second for the Bucks, and 29 minutes and 59 seconds for the Steelers. So it's even. So there's no defense on the field a long time. It's pretty even.
I mean, it'll be nice if you didn't put Levante on a wide receiver.
And it's funny because I was like, damn, this defense is playing pretty solid, but I got a feeling we're gonna have a hiccup if this continues on into the 4th, and it's stuff, and the game's getting tight. Your shoulder pass start getting tight on you.
You got a good point. Offense and defense play off each other. You got a point now. You know, the defense can only over.
It's the offense, man. I mean. What did I say last time? I said we don't never run the ball to the outside. We ran it behind Tristan Wirth, and we got a good run out of it, a positive run. And he continues to run the ball right on the other side, where we're the weakest spot in the line. This is where this man continues to call the run play to.
Yeah,
Byron is garbage, man.
You sound like a broken record, like a lot of us fans. Bucks and NFL, my guy.
Oh my God, man!
We've stated that we don't like his play calling, but
I get you saying like the defense like ain't like the problem like that, but their third down defense is a problem.
I don't really think it is. I just think for instance, if the offense would have got a couple scores somewhere in between there, it wouldn't have been so tight on the defense. The pressure wouldn't have been so tight on the defense in that 4th quarter.
You got a point,
but the third down defense, like 3rd and 16, like you why? That should be impossible to convert.
I agree, but like I said, when it's tight, when the game is tight,
Claypool, and they had Winfield on Claypool matched up, and that was a mismatch.
I'm starting to think. I'm also starting to think Dean is better than Carlton.
He is.
I'm starting to think Dean better than Carlton, man. Carlton, man. Oh,
Carlton ain't got the speed Dean got.
Wait, John. We got a new person in the locker room right now. Eric, what's your take on what everybody's saying? Because I'm listening to everybody. I'm not saying anything.
It's just frustrating, man. What Sal was saying, man. It's just Byron. I mean, 3rd and 1, and he just. I mean, Gecko just gets blown up on the line by. I mean, Cameron Hayward is one of the best D tackles up against a rookie. He's going to struggle.
If you're going to run the ball at him, what sense does that make?
Shaq Mason and worse. Go on the right side. Have a better chance of getting the first down.
You got Shaq Mason and Tristan and all pro. You got 2 all pros on your right side, but you won't run the ball to your right side. But when we do run the ball to the right side, we have success. There's success with running the ball to that right side. But Byron, they even asked Bowles in the press conference about that. They were like, why do you continue? You look like you're struggling to run, and you continue to keep running to that side. And the whole world can see it.
And a lot of things we don't run as a team. We don't run no run pass options. We don't do nothing like that.
Can't do that.
With Tom Brady, run pass
with Tom?
Yeah, you can't do that with Tom.
This man got cement in his team.
Once again, I told y'all the personnel that we have, we can't run certain type of offenses. Can't do it, fellas. Can't do it. No matter how much y'all complain about Leftwich, he can't run these explosive, exotic offenses with the personnel we got. We got to work what we got.
I disagree with that. We had the
can
base.
take the run and see if the linebacker come down and
That
throw
ain't gonna work.
behind it. That's a
So
run
hold
pass
up.
option.
Buko, didn't we basically have the same personnel last year? We had like the number one scoring offense.
We didn't have the same offensive line, though.
Yeah, where's Allie and Jensen right
Yeah,
now?
but if he's saying the personnel we have, he's talking about the receivers.
Does anyone think that Jensen will come back? I mean,
we
how
had
Beard
AB
did in
for
the
most of
championship
last year.
game?
Bro,
Does
we got
anyone think Jensen's coming
we got
back?
a lot of players on this roster stealing money.
AB, one of the best wide receivers in the game. He's the only one that got separation at anyone.
We got a lot of players on this squad stealing money.
Yep.
Shaq.
Devin White.
So the difference. So the difference.
Man, I went to his social media page, man. I must have called him everything but a child of God. I'm so sick of him.
I love him, but I hate to say it, Vita Vea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Villa is a 3 or 2 tech. And he getting a double
what he
team.
does. He do what he does, man.
A double team every time. I mean, I don't know what you want him to do.
He was terrible against the Chiefs.
But I mean,
I don't know what I really don't want to know what you.
He not go. He
want him out of
not
him.
a run stuffer, man. He not gonna get all the sacks. Like,
Yeah, and they're not running at him. They're running away from him. They're running on the edges
plus he
where
getting a double
Shaq is
team.
at. They're running more to Shaq's.
He getting a guard in the center every play. He getting a guard in the center.
The Chiefs were running up the middle, up the gut where Vita Vea domains at.
Yeah,
and
I
they were
said
having
that
a lot
last
of
week.
success.
He got bulldog last week, but
Yeah.
he didn't do too bad this week. They were running the ball towards Shaq.
True. Shaq
Toward
and
the edges. They were running
Troinka.
toward the edges. Everything was out toward the edges. When they were
Troinka,
losing
he has
contain.
flashes here and there. He's talented dude, but he's not
He lose
consistent.
contain. He lose
You
contain.
can't expect too much out of him. I expect more out of this
Veterans.
out of Shaq Mason. I mean, out of Shaq
Veterans.
Mason.
You're veteran. Yeah.
You're a veteran. You got paid. What are you doing out there?
You're a
This
Pro
dude
Bowler.
be
You
having
got
like
2 rings.
how many tackles he have? Like 5, maybe.
Yeah, Shaq ain't it anymore. Shaq is not it
He's like non-existent out there.
He might
He
have
a
never
poor
been.
man's Von Miller.
Elvis said
trade bait, but now we
earlier
exposing
that
him.
he was the one living off of the Super Bowl high 2 years ago.
Yeah, in the Chiefs game we showed that. He's if Bowles was mentioning anyone, Shaq Barrett was
Russell Gage.
He's
You stealing money.
Yep, I mentioned that.
And while I got y'all attention, I would like to apologize because I was backing Jalen Darden, but this mother, man, this is the most scariest punt returner I've ever seen in my life, man.
Let's all applaud Sal. Let's all applaud Sal.
Sal's trying to convert us to the Darden train.
Let's give him a little
See the
golf
light.
Let's give him a
because Darden don't see the green. That's right.
He might be the worst return I've ever seen.
I seen this one play in the first half. He had all the space you could think of on that right side, and this dude turns and runs right out of bounds to the left.
I wish we'd have kept Mickens. I wish we'd have kept Mickens.
He's a wasted roster spot.
Mickens at least got some yards.
Man, why not put Scotty there? Scotty ain't doing nothing else.
Hold up, Aubrey. What's the problem, man?
No, man, I'm listening. I got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
BA came in. We thought the culture changed. Do you guys still think the culture has changed?
What do you mean? Got too relaxed. It's too relaxed.
I think Tom Brady ran BA out of there.
Tom McCoy.
Tom Brady ran BA out of there.
Mentally soft. We weren't there. BA came in. We all thought the culture changed. Now we lost a couple players, the tough players, and we regressed. It seemed like.
See. Hey, hold on. Take what Devin White said last week about being bored because when you imposed your will.
Was he bored this week?
What would BA have done there if he heard Devin White say that? You think BA would have got on him?
Yeah.
But who's to say that Todd didn't get on him?
I don't think Todd. I don't think Todd gets on any of our players, to be honest.
Yeah, he does. They say he does. They say he do. I don't think it's Todd. I don't think it's Todd. Todd ain't the problem.
Anyone can say it on
But Todd is going
on the sideline. I
Todd is
don't
gonna
see
get
it.
himself fired. He gonna get himself fired because he's letting. He's not reeling in Byron, and he needs to get in Byron's ass because the whole world knows he is plain Jane when it comes to playing calling. He's terrible.
I like
He's
how this
terrible,
conversation
man.
always goes back to
I think
Byron
Todd gives
Leftwich.
him notice.
It does. It calls on Byron.
It's like the center of the conversation.
But
I've been saying this for 3-4 weeks though. It's just now that
you just got on the train then, because I've been saying that for years. A lot of us have.
What's that?
Byron Leftwich.
Oh, I'm talking. I'm still on the culture because it doesn't matter who's in, who's out. The culture is the culture.
Do y'all remember what I said earlier? Teams usually take after their coach's personality or the coach's demeanor. Like that's what teams do. They take after their coach. You know what I'm saying? So Todd Bowles is the exact opposite of Bruce Arians. The exact opposite.
So laid back.
So
no fire.
So how he handles things is a lot different from BA. So a lot of stuff that they was doing with BA is not happening with Todd Bowles. Some of that shenanigans, even the penalties has been down. Because remember when BA was the coach, the penalties was up
through the roof.
But now Todd Bowles here, the penalties is not there, and
So
we
is the
ran.
fire.
But and we run the ball. We run the ball.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really think it's Todd. I don't really think it's Todd. It's that offense.
But who's ultimately responsible though?
It's Todd is ultimately responsible. But that's what I said. He's going to end up getting fired because he better make a change. Who was the guy that he was going to appoint to OC when everybody thought Byron was going to Jacksonville?
Well, Byron was taking the receivers coach with him to be the OC.
I get what you're saying, Sal. Whoever he was going to,
they were going to put somebody at OC if Byron had left.
Right.
Well, Byron kissed that job goodbye.
Man, he ain't never getting a shot.
See, what we also ain't talking about. I'm going to go back to that culture standpoint. When Todd Bowles said it, somebody posted, I think it was DSG Carlos, somebody. He said Todd Bowles said we're still in the Super Bowl hangover phase. 2 years later?
No, that's not what he said. He said they think that they're still like in the Super Bowl, like y'all think it's just like we still Super Bowl ready. That's what I took from it.
But think about it. That's 2 years ago, and he brought that up.
Yeah.
Because you got players walking around with that type of attitude.
Some comments from some players, Shaq. I can see it.
But that goes back to who?
Todd Bowles.
We missing some dogs in the locker room, man. We had JPP, we had some dogs. We had some leader men.
But it shouldn't just lean on two players though.
Yeah, last year we didn't talk about a
It
Super Bowl
shouldn't just lean on two players. You
That's
can't blame that on them.
Why not last year?
No. You need leader of men in that locker room, man.
No, but
Hey,
why not
remember
last year? We
year?
didn't talk about a Super Bowl hangover though. That's like my question.
Y'all remember last year when the defense would have like a bad performance? Who would get on the players on the sideline? It was JPP, right?
Yep, he's a dog. There's a dog.
Yep.
So
He did that
job
back in
is
the McCoy
to
days
bring
too.
in dogs?
Levante,
no
he's a
dog.
leader.
No,
Levante's a leader
on the
job is
field.
to do that.
But he's
Yeah,
quiet.
Levante is more of like a
Levante's kind of
follow.
quiet though. He's a
So
quiet player.
okay, who's the culture setter right now in the locker room? Not the coach.
We ain't got one.
Who's the
The
coach?
one we got, not good. Devin White.
It should be Devin White, but it should be Devin, but he's kind of immature.
He's not backing it at all.
He ain't backing it up with his play.
They need to take that C off his chest.
Right.
He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it.
Devin could be that rah-rah guy, but he ain't comfortable doing it because he ain't playing good. So
he's still trash at coverage.
Right.
I think the best coach center would be
like,
Winfield, if anything.
Can you imagine him going off on the players? They'd be like, nigga, you
you got spun out by Mahomes, bro. Chill out.
So you saying
right.
So you saying we lacking veteran presence?
Yeah, we lacking
even
some
though we the
dogs in that
oldest
locker
team in the
room.
NFL.
We the oldest team in the league.
We the oldest team in the league.
We lacking some leadership among men of players.
Man,
we got
I
a
will say
lot
when
of
Sue
issues,
left, the
man.
D line's aggressiveness went away.
We're lacking offense.
Bring him back.
Yeah,
Whatever the
that's
fuck he
very
want, bring that
very
nigga
clean.
back, man.
Oh,
I think
hold on,
Man,
fellas.
go get
Fellas,
Sue,
fellas,
man.
fellas,
Go
let's watch
get
the
him.
tone. Let's watch the tone. Let's watch the tone.
All right. Go get
The
Sue,
language, the
man.
language.
I mean, you took a chance when you signed Hicks. You wanted to sign Akeem Hicks a 3-tech because you thought he could get penetration to the
another money
quarterback,
grabber.
but he
Another
get
money
hurt too
grabber.
much.
Another
He's
money
forgot
grabber.
stealing
about that.
money.
He get
Him,
hurt too much.
Julio, Russell. I
One
don't even
thing
know why
about
we
Sue,
got
Sue gonna
Falcons
be
on
there
this
week
team
in, week
anyway,
out.
man.
Stu
I
gonna
just
cap up and be ready to play.
So check this out. Sue ain't gonna play for the next 5 years. So what we gonna do when Sue gone? When he retire for real?
That's
I
okay.
dig that.
1 year. That's
One
all
year.
we
Right
need.
now.
That's the
We're gonna have him
problem
right
right
now.
there. 1 year.
That's what we
Rental
signed up for
players.
previously,
Hey,
though. Like
man,
a 1 year
hey,
deal,
but y'all
2 year
said the
deal.
Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, this year's the final year for a Super Bowl if we're
Man,
gonna get one.
that's what they say. I ain't too much subscribing.
Ain't nobody thinking about no 5 years, man. This ain't what's that game called? GM or whatever. Come
It's
on,
win
Man,
now
right?
and then
I'm
rebuild.
talking about culture, bro. I'm talking about the long run. We playing this 2 and 3. That's setting us up for failure real soon. Is what I'm saying.
I agree.
We already failing.
I
I
agree
get that,
because
but like
I said
this
this
is our
earlier.
last chance for a Super Bowl for a little while. So,
Well,
you know.
with this current constructed roster, being that it's the oldest in the NFL, this is most likely the last year as far as how it's constructed right now.
It will be. I believe it will be.
I feel like we're
I
gonna be
like that.
one of the youngest next year.
I'm glad.
I'm
I'm
ready.
actually
I'm ready
glad.
to build a team up again at this point. Like when Brady came back, I was like, I mean,
Let's keep in mind, folks. We're not gonna. It's not a full rebuild for us. Let's get out the way.
No,
It's not a
no,
rebuild.
it's not.
Our secondary young. We're chilling on that.
It could be week 10 and we sitting here 7-3, and all this would be an afterthought.
This will be funny though. I can't wait till it's week 13 and we're just saying, guys, it's just week 13. We're still getting it together.
Well, I said at 4 more weeks. That's all I'm giving the Bucks.
Hey, y'all remember when they said Julio was gonna be like 07 Randy Moss?
Hey man,
Who
hey,
said
don't
that?
say his
Who
name.
said that?
Don't say his
It was
name.
Who said
It
that?
was
Don't
some
say
people.
his name.
It was some people on Twitter saying, "Oh, he looked good in training
Twitter.
camp.
That's
Twitter.
Twitter.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Twitter.
Well, this ain't in here.
He looked good in training camp. He
What
might
did
go
we-
off this year."
What did we discuss in locker room when he got signed? Did anybody remember that conversation?
Everybody
Yeah.
knew you wasn't. Can you get
Don't
King
expect
He's
to
not gonna
have
play the whole
him, but
season. He won't play the
don't
whole
expect to have him the whole season. He's stealing money, and don't call his name no more. He's number 8.
I mean, can the man at least survive one
Adam
game?
Smith's treatment.
Like
He's
I'm done
number
with the whole
8.
saving him for the playoffs because he's gonna play one play in the playoffs and he's gonna be injured again. So
Here's one player. Here's one player nobody hasn't brought up yet.
Scotty Miller.
Kyle Rudolph.
No.
We knew he was
I
washed
forget
up.
he's on. I forget he's on the
Bucko.
team.
You know I ain't got to even say that. I've been screaming at it since the summer. I'm done talking about him.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're done with Kyle.
Kyle
I'm done with
Rudolph.
Kyle.
He has one catch all season.
He's the given.
Think about that. Kyle Rudolph, Russell Gage, Julio Jones, Akeem Hicks. Nobody, all miss it so far.
I wasn't happy with having no Falcons on this team anyway.
Good receiver back we missing too is Bernard, man.
Bernard, Gio.
Yeah.
Man, stealing money.
Hey, Gio ain't been the same since Brady injured him.
Remember that? So
we don't need Gio.
I want to go back to the Steelers. I want to go back to the Steelers game. Let's get back to that. So there was a segment. There was a part of the game that was very important. It was 3rd and 6, with about 10 minutes left, and Vita Vea and Ghost was trying to come off the sideline, and they were trying to. It was confusing. Levante, they were trying to call timeout.
Yeah, why not call a timeout?
And it's
like they said the coach tried to call timeout, but he didn't get it in.
Right. So that play, it was a big play, by the way, by the Steelers. A big play, and it was 12 men on the field, and the Steelers got the ball down the field like 40 yards.
But that was 3rd down, right?
Yeah, another 3rd and 6.
Why are you taking Vita off of 3rd down? Like I don't understand.
3rd and 6.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. Why? You know, he's 350 pounds.
But you know what? It wouldn't matter. They were just going to drop him back in coverage anyway.
No, I get you, but I don't want no chiz on 3rd down. I don't work.
Hey,
I don't want no chiz on 3rd down. Nobody wants no chiz on 3rd down.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Man, the dude is 350 pounds, man. Come on, man.
You would
Leave
think you
him
would
in
put
there
your
for one
best
more
D
play. You
lineman
couldn't
in
get
on
the
3rd down.
personnel in.
That's what you would think.
A 45-yard play. I'm watching the game, by the way.
I mean, even though
As
you don't
we-
even get
as we
pressure.
talk. That's why I'm not really. That's why I'm not really saying much. Because I'm watching it as y'all talk. I'm watching the game. I'm
Why
like,
you putting yourself?
Man, all that 3rd and 16, 3rd and 11, we should have been too high, man. It should have been man coverage. No zone.
No, because
Who's
how
that
far
fall?
played off?
Who's that fall under though? Who is responsible?
Bob Bowles. That's
I
definitely
don't know
Bob Bowles. He
why he
called the
keep
plays.
going with this.
Blitz. 30-16. I'm gonna bring pressure.
That's the thing. He wasn't even bringing pressure on none of them plays. He kept dropping back in the zone.
I
Why
do find
are we
it
going
funny
zone
though.
all the damn time?
It's funny to me how like it's 3rd and 16 and our cornerbacks are on the first down marker when it's 3rd and 16. Like it don't make any sense.
3rd and 13 with 12 minutes and 13 seconds left. 3rd and 13. Carlton Davis playing 10 yards off the ball.
Makes no sense.
First down.
Yeah. Like, what do you expect? Like, I thought we had physical corners, but we're playing 15 yards off.
It's like Bowles, like, look, they've been in the system for 3 years. So what's the issue?
They're not learning. It's not that.
Remember, let's think about this. The Steelers converted 46% of third downs. The Bucs converted 28%. So that's 2 problems, offensively and defensively.
Buccos. Maybe it's like a Kenny Pickett situation. It takes 5 years for them to learn.
I don't know. For some reason on that boundary, Carl Davis play off like that. I know he ain't got speed, but I don't know why he plays so far. I mean, 8 yards should be good enough in man. You know what I'm saying?
That's called confidence, though. You don't have confidence in.
Yeah, he played 2. That's too far. 10 yards.
8 yards is too much.
Low key,
man, they should be playing about 3 yards off.
Low key, he ain't been playing well.
You can play 7 yards in man, but
low key, Carlton Davis has given up some big plays this year.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like there's one cornerback,
corner on the team.
Vernon Hargrave.
No, he's not. He getting paid like it, but he ain't the best corner. It's Dean.
That goes back to him, Vita, and Shaq. All 3 of them get paid, and then they drop off.
You know, I like Antoine Winfield a lot. I like him in the slot. He made a difference, but I'm starting to see the last couple of weeks he's given up some key plays and key moments.
Right, in coverage. It's a mismatch.
He was one that gave up that 3rd and 15 or 16.
You got to measure against a big 6 foot.
Why are y'all surprised? Why are we surprised? He's a safety covering NFL wide receivers.
Right. I don't like all that slot.
I do. I like him in the slot.
I don't like him in the slot.
Certain matchups ain't good, man.
Right.
No, he's good. He's good in the slot when it's zone coverage because he's intelligent. But when you put a man-to-man against an NFL wide receiver, it's a mismatch every time.
Mm-hmm.
And this will happen. Remember, I told you at the season.
And you playing 3rd and that long, you shouldn't be playing those zone, man.
As the season go by, teams are going to pick up on this more and more and more and more.
Yeah, that's on tape.
I'm telling you.
Hey, but who made that decision to put him in the slot?
Remember that when they signed Logan Ryan, that was to give scheme versatility. Take Murphy Bunting off the field and give the scheme more versatility. So in training camp, they was rotating Logan Ryan and Winfield in that slot safety position, right? So when they saw it was working with Winfield much more, they played Winfield 95% or 100% of the snaps in the slot, and they kept Logan Ryan in the back.
And Ryan's injured right now, so that's also
injured.
So that's another name. You just mentioned another. Sean SMB was hurt, right?
Right.
SMB and Ryan hurt.
When Ryan supposed to come back?
Where was McClellan at? He didn't get any. Did he get in?
He a boundary corner, man. Outside boundary corner.
Boundary.
Yeah, he a boundary corner, man.
I'm just saying, did he get in?
No.
He was on special teams.
Special
teams.
I
saw touchdown too.
So
which is crazy because Mike Edwards was injured too.
Yeah. So remember that touchdown. Pittsburgh was winning 13-12, right? And they got the ball down there to the red zone, and I think it was 3rd down. Winfield Jr. kind of got lost in that touchdown with Claypool. He kind of got lost. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That was zone. They were playing zone now.
Just saying. Got lost.
Why are we playing zone?
Got lost in the shuffle. Like he kind of got confused on should I go inside or outside. And Claypool ran right around.
Do I play the curl flat? Do I play the curl first and then the flat?
He got confused. He got confused. He was like, "Oh man, what do I do? What do I do?"
Oh, you pissed down your leg. You pissed down your leg.
Davis. But he got confused, and Claypool went right behind him, and it was an easy touchdown, easy throw. So there's some issues right there as far as his development. He's still trying to learn the position, by the way. Let's make that clear.
He's not even learning your position right now.
I think that Logan Ryan injury did make a difference as far as him being able to be a little bit more flexible because he's playing a slot. Like he's not even playing his natural position now. He's like
at
Can
all.
I ask y'all, boy? Do y'all know the injury return on all these damn players, man? I mean,
Akeem probably got another
I'm
weekend.
trying to wait for something on Jensen.
I mean, you ain't hearing that.
Yeah, I don't hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
The
name everybody want to hear, you ain't gonna hear for a long time.
The injury that has the most unridiculous backstory is the Ryan Jensen injury. Everybody else in the NFL, you know what's going on, except for Ryan Jensen.
This is why I brought it up because nobody talks about it.
Why can't we know? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
MCL, PCL,
it's the whole damn knee.
It has to be. His whole leg must be just done or something.
It's like they don't want to put him on IR. They don't want to say the timetable. They say, "Oh, we don't know." Or,
that's my other issue. Why don't we put players on IR?
I don't look. They did it with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was like almost out for like 8 weeks. He was never on IR. Never.
Yeah.
Why don't we do
that? Was a different topic.
So we can get more elevation. Like why?
It's weird.
Julio not going on IR. Akeem Hicks didn't go on IR.
Julio Jones ain't on IR.
8, not Julio Jones.
This guy.
What's his number 6?
8.
Oh, it's 8.
Well, you know, look.
No, Kyle Rudolph said it, right?
Here's
Kyle
one thing.
Rudolph is 8, so it's 6.
Here's one thing we're not talking about. The Bucs in short yardage position.
Oh my
Trash.
God. Why does Lenny tiptoe the most when it's short yardage?
I think Cameron Brate getting hurt might be a blessing in disguise because they're gonna finally have to play Cade Otton.
Yeah, at least
more.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Is Brady gonna throw it to him though?
He only had 2 targets or 3.
No,
or 3 targets.
Yeah, and Brady got mad because he didn't catch one. But hey, the dude played great D. He knocked your ball away.
Right. More
Brady was
What
on that line. He needed to get on his stuff with these throws. Like I swear,
get off that crybaby stuff, man. He crying too much.
I feel like Godwin should have got on Brady and be like, "Why are you not throwing it to me, like in my chest, like in my hand area instead of the ground?"
What you think
He
the issue
throwing
was?
dirt balls, man.
What you think Brady was saying to the offensive line when he was screaming at him?
I heard it.
I don't know, but he had plenty of spit coming out of his mouth.
What you playing? So they can play better than what you playing.
Yeah, I think he said,
"Look, I ain't got enough money to keep paying these
what y'all
bills."
are playing right now, or something along those lines. Honestly, I don't think he lit the fire.
Man, Hainsey and Lou Gedeke was getting their helmet handed to them today. Both of them.
I mean, they just didn't look motivated, even with them yelling at them. They just looked like, "Okay, Dad, whatever."
I wish we could find hard, bro.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, somebody should have said it. When we do give you coverage, you throwing dirt balls. So who are you to yell at anybody?
Would you like to see Nick Leverett playing Gadeki's position?
Yes.
Yeah. I like to try him out. Walt.
What's wrong with him?
I think Leverett's injured right now, but I think he's coming back like next week or something. Or supposedly.
Man,
I would hire a janitor to play a left guard.
Why are they scared to play Leverett? It's
I wish Aaron
obvious.
Stinney never got injured because Aaron
This
Stinney's
kid is not ready, man.
It could be the GM want his pick out there. You know, there's a lot of politics behind that.
Man, there you go.
That's
the only thing I can think of. Because Luke Gedeke is not ready, man. He is not ready.
He's not.
I said that.
We don't have time. We don't have time to develop him if we're in win now mode.
We don't have no time, man. This dude is going up against blockbusters every week.
Why you think Jalen Darden still returning punts?
Because we treated.
Because Jason Light
don't drop him.
Jason Light moved up to draft him.
Because he don't drop him.
Jason Light moved up to draft him, so he want him out there playing on the field.
Okay, so why do we still got Rashard White running kickoff returns
and not running the ball more?
Because we ain't got nobody else back now.
Hold on, you said they traded up to get Darden?
Yeah, he traded up.
Okay, but they traded up to get Roberto Aguirre. You saw how quick they got rid of him the next year. So Darden on the chopping block next year.
Well,
yeah.
That came down to a different situation,
right?
You know,
What's wrong with bringing Tompkins up for a try?
You know what's so crazy? When you miss on picks, it really shows.
It does.
Oh, it does. It really does.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we got rid of Gay so doggone quick, and Gaten turned it around.
And I want to bring it to the current team with the Kyle Trask, the Keyshawn Vaughn, the Luke Gedeke.
Do you think Scotty's a mispick?
Who?
Scotty, do you think he's in this?
It's a
They
6th round
won't
pick.
even
I
get
don't think he
Keyshawn.
missed.
Keyshawn Vaughn so damn fond of dog how they won't even.
Keyshawn was a miss.
Dog,
Keyshawn, there
get
was
the
better
man
running
paid.
That was
backs
the
before
biggest miss in
Keyshawn.
that
There was
draft.
better
All those running backs in that
Keyshawn.
draft, we got him.
I mean, they don't even give that dude a chance,
Don't
though.
even give him a chance. I mean, he played good against the Panthers last year.
He got
He don't
chances.
get-
No,
he don't
no.
even get a
Keyshawn
chance.
got chances, but he's not all that like y'all think he is.
Man, at least that man
No,
can
he's
hit a
not.
gap. Hey, look,
He
He's
has
not.
You're not
has he
saying
got a
he's
hit the
not.
carry
A
this
gap,
year?
It's
hit
just
the B
he
gap.
doesn't
Don't
get a shot.
tiptoe. Hit the gap. I
Has
know
he,
that
Rashawn
man can
White
hit
and
a gap.
Fournette are better
has
than
he
him,
gotten a
though.
carry this year?
No,
Nope.
not one.
No.
Not one.
So where's his shot at?
Yeah,
They ain't
because
getting
That's what I'm saying. He
Because
hasn't got
Rashad and
one.
Fournette are better than
But,
him.
but Rashad barely gets touches himself.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So
And you
what makes
keep
you
running.
think Keyshawn's
And
gonna get touches?
you keep giving. They pay Lenny all this money, and dude, man, the
He
dude
ain't gonna
is
finish the season.
Tiptoeing is
man.
Michael
Maybe
Jordan.
started
Yeah,
paying
he
Barbara over
tiptoeing.
Rojo.
He
I don't
don't
want to
hit
hear
no
this.
He
gap.
definitely ain't gonna finish the season. You keep running him behind Luke Gedeke.
It's not even that though. Sometimes he gets through and he just misses wide open
Oh
fields. He
my
rather hit a
gosh.
guy head
He got
on.
bad
Thank you.
vision, man.
Y'all
Terrible
remember?
vision.
Let me see if anybody remember this.
Was it
Remember
the Atlanta game?
Yeah. So that was right. Yep. So anybody remember this in the Steelers game? I keep watching the game, by the way.
Yeah. He called him out.
All right. So
Wait, never mind. That's Jacksonville. That's back in the day.
So the 2-point conversion. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left. 20-18. The Bucs losing, right? The 2-point attempt. They ran the patented drag across the same play.
They ran the bad route. Yep.
They didn't even look for Mike that time. They didn't look for him.
That was pivotal.
They didn't look for K.
I am
for
tired of
Alfred.
staring down a receiver like the
That
whole
was
time.
big, man. He stared down
Brady
Godwin
was
the whole
looking at
entire
Godwin
time.
the
They knew they were going to
whole
Godwin.
time.
He looked at Godwin the whole time, even before the formation. He just looked Godwin like staring eyes.
Watching Godwin through the route.
He guided Godwin through the whole route.
And Devin Bush saw it too. Great coverage by him too.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world saw it, man. That's what I'm saying. It's Tom, man. I'm tired of him. He's making mistakes that you would think a rookie or somebody would do. He's not looking polished and sharp. He's not looking like a crafty old vet out there.
I will say though, like I know Tom having a lot in his life, but these days missing are showing, and like we gotta start answering. Like, how many more days is he going? He didn't even go through Saturdays like walkthroughs or anything with the team.
Somebody said
with Robert Kraft.
Wait a minute. Somebody said he flew to the party with Robert Kraft and he didn't fly with the team.
Yeah, he didn't fly with the team. He didn't do walkthroughs on Saturday. Anything like this is a problem. Like just because everyone calls you like the GOAT and everything, this can't happen.
Wow,
like, I'm sorry.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry, it can't happen.
I
wow, you're bringing an unnecessary attention doing stuff like that.
Exactly, and I'm telling you, BA wouldn't let that slide.
Called him out on that.
You go to your wedding and the reception and all this, and then you come out and wet the bed, and now you're out there yelling at garbage linemen.
Hung over and everything.
Why did he do that?
Because he don't care.
Because he can do it. He can do it with Todd Bowles.
If Tom asks for days off, Todd Bowles will give it to him every single time.
See, hold on. I think it goes above Todd Bowles, right?
Yeah.
It goes to the ownership because
they're letting him do that. Trust me, I don't think Todd Bowles wants his quarterback going to a wedding before a game.
So Todd Bowles is like, "Hey, do what you want. I can't do that. I can't stop you."
Control your team, man. God, Lee, bro, you can't let that happen, bro.
So you think the Glazers will bend over backwards for Tom Brady?
I guarantee that don't happen under Bruce.
What quarterback is doing that across the league? What quarterback is doing this?
You're right because he got Bruce fired. You're right. Absolutely right. He got Bruce up out of there.
I completely get that. I'm just saying, like, if Bruce wouldn't have let that slide if he was still head coach.
What quarterback is doing
but he got him up out of there so he could do what he wants. So he the man.
And I'm starting to believe the media that he actually ran BA out. So
he ran BA out of there. That's common sense, man.
He ran him out.
He's like, I'm not gonna have a coach talk to me like this.
Doing the soccer thing.
What quarterback? I'm sorry. What quarterback is doing this across the league?
Not even Aaron Rodgers could do that.
What quarterback is doing this?
No,
Aaron Rodgers is getting high.
Yeah.
He need to go back on and get some.
He retires.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
He retires. BA goes upstairs and then he comes back.
Andy Reid wouldn't let Patrick Mahomes do that.
No.
What coach is allowing their quarterback to do that?
No one.
Because even the Packers.
I ain't going to practice. I'm
I don't
going to
even think
party
Urban
with.
Meyer or Joe Judge.
I'm going to party with Robert Kraft.
Yeah, I'm gonna go drink the night before the game. I'm gonna go drink.
Urban Meyer gonna go somewhere else and hang with college.
Why are you still messing with Robert
80 years old getting married? Ain't he about 80? Y'all about to get married?
80? Probably by 95.
You know that marriage was for the money. I don't even know.
He probably got with that masseuse he got with the
probably married some 25-year-old bimbo.
Miami masseuse.
Dog, what coach is going to allow their quarterback to do that?
It ain't the coach though, Bucko. It ain't. Man,
Okay, wait. Okay, let's remove the coach. What team is going to allow their coach or quarterback to do that?
Former team.
I think Miami
owners.
might let him do it.
I would say, Miami or Jaguars, honestly.
Honestly, I thought the wedding was like locally somewhere in Florida. He could go down there and come back shortly, but I didn't know it was in New York.
He was in a whole different city, a whole different state while they were doing walkthroughs.
And he didn't fly with the team.
He didn't fly with the team.
Yeah, I saw that, but I literally thought like, I guess they got some.
If you're a wide receiver in the offensive line, how would you look at that though?
That's wild.
Like you're turning
like I said, when he was yelling at
you got the nerve to be out there yelling at people, and you playing
he got the nerve to
awful.
yell at that offensive line. They can get up and say, "You haven't even been here."
Exactly.
But you never know what was said in the locker room.
I mean, you could kind of sense that the way they were talking, like after the game, when you look at the post game press conference and stuff. It's something in the locker room kind of brewing. You can see it. I just hope it's
about to spill over.
The whole AB situation.
It's going to be a whole fight in that locker room. Trust me.
Well,
They might need to fight.
J.R. Dot says this.
Let them fight, goddamn.
Somebody need to get knocked out.
You want us to read it?
Yeah, well, at least we'll see some fight in them.
What did he say?
Y'all see that right there?
What did he say?
Locker room separated. It'll all come out after the season. It'll probably start the 11 days in camp.
You sure right, Jay.
I'm waiting for somebody to jump on the podcast and tell all.
The days and the whole offense don't like the days he's missing because they're yelling.
Somebody's going to go on the pivot. I am athlete. Big trust. Someone's got
to go off.
It's like it's too many nachos. It's too many nachos in that locker room right now, man. A bunch of whooping and no performing.
How many days is Tom? Tom might miss even more days. To be honest, we don't even know. Like,
he was hanging out he was hanging out with his son in New York too.
Yeah, that's where his other son, that's where his other baby mama at.
You should have retired. You should have retired. If you're not gonna put 100% into the team, we don't want you here.
What is
just go? That's why I said just go.
If you're not
Tom doing whatever Tom want to do. That's
Tom living his best life.
Y'all can keep calling him the GOAT. You keep calling him y'all keep calling him the GOAT.
That's how he's treating us right now.
He's sinking the ship.
You can call him the GOAT all you want. He's a gyro.
Stay up on water. He's not helping us stay on the surface.
You don't think? It's crazy. You don't think players getting jealous of that treatment that Tom?
Yeah, exactly. They get mad about it, and then you coming out wet in the bed. Man, nobody gonna keep kissing his butt.
Especially when the Bucs media coddles him and then brings him up in questions to the other players, and I'm sure that annoys them too.
Yeah,
it's crazy, and it's crazy. That's why I came into the locker room because Sal was saying what he was saying. And I don't know who the other guy was, honestly. But Sal was holding them to the fire. Like, as fans, we got to hold them accountable. I don't care if he has 7,000 rings.
I'm tired of all this following this dude. I don't care about that.
Coddle and Tom Brady, like, he can't do no wrong.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he ain't the GOAT right now. He's the gyro.
By himself.
He's the gyro.
The gyro. He ain't the GOAT. He's GOAT meat.
He's the lamb.
I did mention one of the biggest issues that we're gonna have to deal with, and Sabo try to we good interior O-line play.
Yeah,
we'll say at house. What?
They want to keep going to get beat up wide receivers.
Yeah, we'll stack up on weapons, but we won't give you no time to throw to him.
We done signed Cole Beasley for him to retire. That says a lot about the locker room.
Hey, I'll tell you what. When Beasley got there, he was probably like, "Damn, I didn't want this, bro." Like, I'm sure something happened in that locker room too.
Cole, I'm be a family man. You should learn from me, Tom.
Look, there is
boy, y'all dirty boy.
Cole said that for real.
Look, the Bucs have issues. Several issues. We see that. We talking about it right now. And this game kind of highlights even more. Okay, pass rush, locker room, coaching offensively on third down and defensively third down. Interior O-line. Like there's so many issues that the Bucs have that they got to clean up. They got to clean up.
But
they got to clean it up.
Hey,
I mean, we knew we didn't have no pass rush or interior offensive line, so that we knew that all along. But it's just like the play today, just like it just shows so many more holes. Like I was like, oh, we got more than what I really thought.
Yeah, like it keeps opening up. The hole gets bigger and bigger every week.
Teams all the things that y'all just named right there. Could that probably been the reason partially that Cole Beasley was like, nah, I'm out?
I'm wondering, man, because he didn't have a team at all, and for him to play 2 games,
He reached out to Tom, right? That's what he said. He said
Tom reached out to him.
Tom called him.
I thought Cole reached out to Tom.
No, I mean, ever since Tom got here, Tom's been nitpicking who needs to be on this team. Especially
he needs to find some old linemen except for Shaq Mason.
And everybody's name ain't did nothing or self-destructed.
The only people that did some was Gronk and AB.
And he got Gronk hurt. He probably retired Gronk himself.
He retired Gronk.
He got Gio hurt. He got Godwin hurt. Who else he gonna hurt?
No,
I said it a few months ago. Tom always get people hurt. Just go back to New England.
That's why Julian Edelman didn't want to come out of retirement.
That's why Wes Welker was beat up. That's why Julian Edelman was beat up.
He say the league soft though now.
No, it's just gotten too much for him, man. I honestly hope this is the last year he is here with us because it's time for a change.
Let him go to Miami. If he wants to come back next year, let him go to Miami.
Hey, as long as he ain't in a Bucks jersey, I'm okay with it.
I want to go younger.
He served his purpose. He got us a ring. I am honestly happy if he doesn't even finish the season at this point. I'm gonna say it right here in Bubba's locker.
True statement. Let's go.
Because
Give
you
her
know
out
what I'm
of applause
saying,
for
bro.
Travis.
I didn't want him to come back. I didn't want him or Byron to come back.
Let's just say it. If we're gonna play this bad, I know it's only week 6, but if we're gonna be looking this bad, we might as well have Trask out there.
Yeah, might as well look.
Yeah, might as well develop Trask while you're.
We're gonna sound a lot different. We're gonna sound a lot different in week 10.
I rather see Blaine Gabbert.
No. I know, like I said, it's week 6. But I'm just saying, if there's no progress, we might as well say, let's get ready for the future. But yes, it's still early.
I don't have faith in
I'll be the
progress.
first
I want
to
to be
say it.
wrong.
And then
Y'all
week
keep
10,
saying
week 11,
it's still
week 12,
early, but it's really not early no more, man. We're going into week 7.
It's still early. Week 13.
The fact is this: since their division is weak, we're still in it. We're still first place.
Yeah, can I bring up something though?
Tobias just jumped in the chat, so he knows about to get funny in here. Get funky up in there.
Say something crazy.
Talk about yesterday.
He's brutally honest, but funny with it.
Yeah, but the Bucks. When I watch this team, everybody keeps saying this is what it is to do this. One, the team ain't that good, and I'll tell you what the team is missing on offense. They keep talking about Byron Leftwich running Leonard Fournette. One, Leonard Fournette is not dynamic enough to do anything else with up run up the middle north south.
Tiptoeing the Jordans.
But hold on, this team has hitters. This team does not have a receiver where you guys say, "Oh crap, I need to make sure safety is on top of this guy." They don't have that. They don't have anybody to cheap yards with that give you easy drive. They have to march down the field 8-10 plays, and that's not a good recipe in today's NFL. You're gonna have to have somebody who could strike fear in the D and demand a double team. How good?
Why can't they move Mike around a little bit? Why can't they move Mike to the slot and let him run up the seam?
They do that, right?
They did it a couple times in the
letter P.
They did it a few times, but it wasn't this game.
But see, the problem with Mike is that Mike is a great receiver. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But you're not going to say, well, I got to put a safety on top of him. He's not that type of receiver.
He's not Diggs, Jefferson, Chase. Like, he's not like that.
They put a safety on the top of Mike Evans every game, man. They double Evans.
What you about to say, Travis? What was you about to say, Travis?
No, I said you said this word with the letter P about the offense. It comes down to
personnel.
They don't have the personnel, people. That's what we telling people.
Why y'all say okay? But why are we talking about with this roster that we got? We should be doing this and that. So which is it?
Now you're going to Facebook territory. That's Facebook.
That's when I said let me on. When y'all said that, that's why I said Bucko let me on. Because y'all was just talking
No,
about.
Isaiah was saying that everyone else saying top 5 roster. That's what Isaiah.
No,
was.
I'm saying y'all was saying that with the type of roster we have, we should be putting up this, and that. Now y'all saying it's the personnel.
I didn't say that.
Sometimes see what happens is sometimes you don't know. Like it's like so what happens in the NFL, people to me to go by last year. But when you play,
I don't think there's anything wrong with the personnel we have, as far as skill players. I just think it's the position that they're putting them in. They don't scheme. He's not scheming his players open. He's not putting them in their best position
But we don't
to
have
make
the
plays.
personnel to scheme open. That's the problem.
What?
We don't.
Explain to me how we don't. We got 2 wide receivers on there where they had Jameis Winston and they both put up 1,000.
That was a different offense.
No, that's a different guy that ain't scared. That ain't scared to go downfield.
Yeah, I feel you.
How many times did we throw the ball with Jameis versus with Tom?
Let's not go there with James. James ain't been here in 3 years. I don't want to.
I'm just saying he ain't scared to throw the ball downfield.
But you just said you had 2 receivers go 1,000 yards.
And they damn near did 1,000 yards again with Tom. So it's Tom not going downfield this year. He is Charlie check down for real this year.
Because the Bucks made a mistake in banking on and waiting around for a 45-year-old quarterback. Sometimes you have to pull the Band-Aid off and say
he was 44 last year and put up 5,000.
But you can't hang on to that. You got to cut bait though. Sometimes they say we can't rely on this because
this was the worst case scenario. What could happen to the Bucks this year is kind of starting to show itself. The worst case scenario, which is still good for the Bucks, still making the play. But the worst case scenario, you're starting to see the issue of doing this. No team is doing this. No team is doing what the Bucks are doing. They're not hanging on to no 44, 45-year-old court. They're not doing it. They're not doing it.
The closest team is Green Bay.
And you see what's going on over there.
They messed up giving Aaron Rodgers all that money, and they don't want to admit it.
That's the danger. That's the danger of doing this, going this route for 3 straight years with a quarterback 40+. That's the danger of it, because you're gonna have some good moments. You're gonna have some good moments. Then you're gonna have some WTF moments.
Would you say that he's holding the team hostage? Would you say?
Go back to that podcast when he retired. I was the main one. I was like, hey, I'll take Deshaun Jackson even if we don't get him for 8 games. I don't care. I was saying I don't care. I didn't want him back. I can see it. He's limited. He's very limited.
And remember, he's been playing for 20 years, so there's certain throws that he can do spectacular. There's certain throws that he can throw with no problem. But there's other throws. It's like, oh boy, like that ain't it.
We were just saying last week that he throws the short ball accurate. He didn't look accurate on short balls today. He was off.
You know what, fellas?
He must have been hungover.
The reason the reason I was like move on from Brady, because one, you got a Super Bowl out of him already, accomplished the goal. But 2, winning that Super Bowl go buy the front office and the coaching staff a little time to change things up. It buys you time. So this would have been a perfect time right now, especially this year when you got a couple of quarterbacks coming out in this draft, where you could have done something or at least clean your cap, get some younger players.
But ask yourself this though: this front office and this scouting department and the GM, have they shown that they can build a team, draft and build a team? We've yet to see that. So I mean,
remember,
they the ones filling themselves off that Super Bowl ring to me.
People don't realize this, but there's this roster is not the same as last year. It's like 17 people.
Completely different.
It's different.
I mean,
a lot of people ain't seeing this way. I think this is the biggest thing we're missing. This is a money play season. They trying to make much money as possible this season, and we're just trying to look like we're competitive this year.
Okay.
Is that why a lot of people would be like Glacier's out? They're trying to do a money grab.
Yeah,
money grab.
So is that the reason why they made people get 2 years of season tickets versus 1?
There you go.
So that's the
They
main.
had
That's
to
the
make
main
up,
reason why I didn't become a season member pass this year because
but you
I'm
had to
not going to
make
spend
up
all
for
that money.
COVID too. Now you got to remember you couldn't go to the games in COVID years, so why not commit to 2 years? You know, I get the 2 years, but trying to make up that gap some kind of way. I mean, all of it was a business move. Let's not ignore that. I mean, yeah, we went for broke, but it still was a business move at the end of the day.
But that's the danger of doing this because you can hurt your franchise down the road.
Man, we finna have a huge setback by bringing some of these players in. It was just bad. It was just bad.
What? Remember that Brady played a role in getting these veteran guys here, these older guys.
Exactly.
He played a role in this. They're not just going to do it because we're going to just do it because we want to do it. They got to check that with Brady. They got to clear it. They got to clear it with the assistant GM, the assistant head coach, the assistant OC. They got to clear it. You just can't bring people on and say, Brady, we're going to do this. It is what it is. Nope. Brady's, you good with this? Brady, who do you like? How do you like to run this? What do you like?
With the exception of Gronk, everybody he said bring to this team has backfired.
AB hit the first year, to be honest with you. It was a second year he went crazy, but so that's one
The thing with AB was the thing with AB was people were saying, "Oh, will he go off?" But the question really was, when will he go off? Because we all knew it was going to happen.
We knew it was going to happen.
We just didn't know when. And that's something I said. I didn't want us to sign him. So, but Brady had the power. So when people are like, "Are you excited?" I'm just like,
So
he's
Brady
gonna make
had
plays,
the power
but when he
even.
goes off, I'll be like, it is what it is. That's what he does.
So y'all saying Brady had the power even when BA was there, huh? Because BA didn't want him.
Yeah, but
remember
twice.
BA made it clear. I don't need no more divas. We don't need this. And next thing you know,
but
AB
it came
back.
back. So I just showed you that the power Tom had to pull the strings.
It shouldn't have brought it back. The problem, the mistake was they get him back that next year. Because people like that.
I'm sorry. Look, I gotta say this, and I don't like to see players get injured or possibly get injured. But I got this strange feeling, man. Godwin, the position he playing for right now for Brady, he took a hit today. Bruh.
Another one. It made me hold my breath. Brady gonna get him hurt.
That's why we franchised him.
Bruh.
Brady's gonna get that man hurt.
Why
He's
are
gonna
we
ruin
using
that man's career.
Why are we using Godwin like a tight end?
Or a big receiver when he's not either.
I watched him at Penn State. He didn't do none of this.
No.
Thank you.
We drafted him. I didn't think we were out there. I was like, he's gonna be stretching the field.
That dude taking a beating. He takes a beating.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
It's Fournette. He ain't no catching back. He not explosive out the backfield catching the ball, but he doing it. Why?
Brady?
I didn't look at it like that either. I'm sitting back here thinking like,
all right,
he used to having good two tight ends, and he don't have that here.
You can't use Gage like that because he's too frail.
Man, I don't even bring his. What's his number? 17?
Yeah.
He's 17.
You know who nobody's mentioned so far? Rashard Perriman.
Man,
You know what I'm mistaken this front office made?
Why is he on the team?
Hey, I'm just wanting to see if everybody's reactions was like mine. So I see we're all unanimous. Okay.
Yeah. You know what they made the mistake in? Y'all got me thinking. In the draft, you can find good receivers with some speed, cheap in the middle round, second, third round. Running backs, you can find many of your best running backs with second, third round picks. The Chiefs got this Pacheco kid in the 7th round. We have nobody who's explosive on this team, really.
Hold on, I'm finna point something else out. Lenny was going up to New England to go holler at them. Who called him on the phone and be like, "Hey, come on back here"?
Brady.
He
said that on the podcast. I'm busting with the boys.
The pivot.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep pointing out who was the center of all this.
Does anybody watch Brady little podcast thing? Does anybody?
No,
watch
I don't watch Brady.
No. I can't stand it. I can't stand to look at him right now.
Last time I seen him was on the shop.
Busting with the boys. I watch Pop Pivot and I Am Athlete.
I watch I Am Athlete. I can't wait till they get some of our players on this so they can keep it real.
But the pivot interviewed Byron Leftwich, and it's very interesting what Byron Leftwich says because the way he talks about how he does things, and I'm just like, huh, I don't see that on the field, my guy. But okay,
This fool
he's
keeps
too
saying in
relaxed.
press
He's too
conferences,
relaxed.
y'all don't see what I'm seeing. We're making progression, and then they ask me like, what progressions? We're getting hell. We getting players on players now, and they're making blocks, and everybody's just like, I wish we had New York's media. I wish I swear I do, so they can lay into this fool. He don't know what he's talking about. We're sitting here seeing what he can't even see.
Damn, bro. Casey Hayward. I mean, he ate up Luke Gedeke all game long. God damn.
Man, he was fooled, man. He's fooled. How
Man,
can
they
you?
treated that man like
What's
an
wrong with
infant.
giving Leverett a shot, man?
You know, it's so crazy. The Steelers played with a lot more a sense of urgency. They played with more intensity, sense of urgency. Like you could tell the way they was playing defensively. They was like, "Oh, we finna win this."
But you know what? With their record, they're playing with the mentality of nothing to lose.
No, they were
And that's
looking
the
like
And
no.
giant.
The
Tomlin
Bucks.
noticed
I
losing
think
season.
teams are looking at us like we're not that
But
good.
those that have nothing, but that but it's a mentality thing. If you playing scared, you're gonna be frail and timid. When you have nothing to lose, you got no fear because you're like, you know
Yeah,
what?
this is great.
I ain't
Don't
got
be
nothing to
shocked if
worry about. I'm
Pittsburgh
gonna give
go
up
on a
all.
run. Nick. I hate to say it, but don't be shocked if
The
they
Steelers
beat
played.
Miami next week
Man, they
Yeah,
finna
Yeah,
go
but
out. They finna go out this week and get hammered. That's
against
us,
Miami.
man. It's us.
against Miami,
Teams only looking good against us.
I mean,
man, they gonna go there. I bet you. I put money on that. Pittsburgh will beat Miami.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on that one.
Y'all think so?
Yeah,
Don't be shocked if they get on a little run.
I'm
I
telling
ain't
you.
saying it.
It's an equal
Man,
play.
I seen a quarterback, and I'm sorry, Tua a little
Stop
better
it.
than him.
Stop it.
Who's
You
the
know, it's so
quarterback in
crazy.
now?
Like, you know, it's so crazy when as I watch this game, the body language between the two teams are like opposites, man. It's the body language, man. Like just watching the plays and how the Steelers like you know doing their game plan and how the Bucks doing their game. Like it was like the Bucks didn't believe in the game plan. Like they didn't
They
believe
don't
in it.
believe in what they're being taught.
Like 3rd and 13, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 15. Like, what are you doing?
I wonder if our corners like how physical. I wonder if they like actually like playing like 15 yards off the ball.
Like, look, the Steelers overall, the Steelers offensively, that wasn't great, but they was great in the key moments.
Yeah, they stood up when they need to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the Bucks just folded in those moments. The Steelers outplayed the Bucks in key moments.
Coaching.
Yeah, let's call this, man. Those receivers are big dudes. You know, George Pickens, Claypool. They're not frail receivers, man.
Right.
Tomlin was better in
well,
situational football than Todd Bowles was. Just gotta call it like it is.
Man, we
I
were
feel
out
like
there
we keep
getting dogged.
drafting like our best
We were out there
receivers are
getting
possession receivers.
their
So-
whole secondary were backups and practice squad players, man.
Secondary. And we just watched Buffalo ramshack that.
Yeah.
We
Beat
keep
the
going back to
brakes
this,
off
y'all.
of them.
We keep going back to this, y'all.
And Kenny
Nobody
Pickett,
fears this team, man.
wasn't like doing terrible against us.
And you know what's so
Nobody
crazy?
fears this team.
No, the
Absolutely
Falcons
not.
beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
What does that tell us?
And
You
we
know
got to
what?
beat the 49ers.
And we lost
And
to
the
the Falcons on a
Falcons again.
controversial call too. Like you can.
The Falcons beat the 49ers 28-14. Let that sink in for a second.
49ers.
And we got to play them again.
Yeah. And they're in their hole and in their stadium.
The Falcons
And
playing.
we'll play right into their strengths and lose again.
You know, the Bucks. As we close this out and watching this game, I want to ask each one of y'all. I want to go down the list here. And I'm gonna start with Rudy all day. Give me three things that stood out to you the most in the Bucks and Steelers game. Give me 3 of them.
No energy. It's like they had no energy to play. It's like you could have sworn it was a bye week. They had a bye week next week.
Mm-hmm. That's one.
Second, game planning.
Mm-hmm. Why would you say? So you say game? So I want to stop right there for a second. So the game plan, offensively and defensively,
was terrible. So yeah, it was both was terrible to me.
Okay.
Because you didn't attack their weaknesses at all as a team. We knew their weaknesses coming in, and we didn't exploit none of those weaknesses.
True. That's 2.
And third,
hard, ain't it?
It's hard. I can't even think of the third one.
Oh man.
Wait. Let him finish.
No progression.
No progression.
From week to week, I see no progression. And on either side of the ball.
3.
We don't even like play to. If we know we only can good at certain things, play to our strengths, not our weaknesses. And every week we go against the grain. It's like we don't even play to our advantages and our strengths at all.
Okay. Interesting. Those three things you pointed out. I wanna keep going, but we're gonna touch on all this at one time. But I just want to get through everybody. So Tobias.
All right, couple things here. I'll say is that one issue is lack of team speed overall. If you watch the highlights from that Saints Bengals game, they threw the ball. Jamar Chase, he made people miss a couple times. He's at the house. They have a couple of guys like that. The Bucs don't really have an explosive guy on both sides of the ball. I think they're too old. And I also think that the problem is that this front office, besides a lack of urgency, and the Steelers played like a team who was embarrassed last week, they have a lack of, it's like the front office just looks at us like, hey, we got Brady. We're all good. Instead of always fixing, making the team better around them. Because I don't think they have any energy. And I don't think, honestly, I think they're ready for him to retire. You know?
So that's your first one or your second one? Because you kind of mentioned like
that's my second one, and my last one is pretty much. I just think that they just need to come to the grips that the front office did not make any moves to better the team. They just kept trying to plug holes with older guys in a young man's game, and I just think the front office got out the answer to that too.
I'm writing some of this stuff down so as I summarize everything up at the end. So all right, so next up we got Trouble City Pirates. Give me 3 things that stood out to you with the Pittsburgh game.
The main thing I seen was special team coverage, kickoff coverage was terrible. I mean that really flipped field position, put our defense in a bind. Third down short yardage, terrible. It's same old. They'll put a hat on a hat, or they'll dual block, double team block. If they do run, they run it to the weak. And none of our receivers can get separation.
Okay.
You know, it come down to it. You know, you can scheme and make a play call to beat the coverage, but if you ain't getting open, you know what I'm saying? If you run in the drag and see that is zone, you need to stop. You know, not see that is man, you need to keep going. The thing you got to do as a player too to get open, and we just ain't got it, man. We ain't getting no yards after catch. It's just stagnant, man. As soon as we catch the ball, tackle down.
You're right. Absolutely. Who got next? Let me see. Let's do Sal. Give me 3 things, man. Give me 3 things for the Steelers game that stood out to you. Good or bad, ugly, whatever, it don't matter.
Oh man, where do I begin? Horrible, man.
Wait.
Byron, he's not cut out for it. He's terrible. I'm sorry. I have zero faith in that man anymore. Zero. Oh God, where do I want to go? Because it's hard to even say which ones are the worst.
Well, that's good or bad. I mean,
I can't think of nothing good.
All
Okay,
this stuff y'all said. All this stuff y'all all this stuff you said. You can't think of 3 things.
that's bad. I mean, that's
He
good.
has a
I
lot. He
can't
has,
think
he
of
has a
nothing
lot to
good.
filter down to 3, man.
Yeah, he can't pick which one's the worst.
Yeah, that's it. I can't pick which one.
No,
Okay,
it don't have to be like the worst. It's the 3 things that stood out to you, like as far as like good or bad or ugly, whatever.
okay. We're horrible on third down. We're horrible in the red zone.
Okay.
We can't score.
So that's your 2 and 3 or just your 2?
That's my 2 and 3.
Okay. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna come back to all this at the end. I'm writing all this down. So I want to see if is there some type of like connection to all this, what everybody been saying overall as far as what stood out with this game. Next up, Grizzlo.
I would say kind of like going off of like what Rudy said for like the first one. I feel like no heart aside from like the rookies. I feel like the rookies played with like heart more than like any of the other teams.
Besides
like,
Luke Gedeke.
Yeah, besides Luke Gedeke.
Hold on, horrible. Wait a minute. Hold on, horrible.
The second pass rush still non-existent, even with 4 people. I'm gonna do it anyway because I've been on this for like weeks. Shaq Barrett as a main vocal point because
I forgot about him.
Can't get back there anymore. For the third, I would say this too. I don't know which one I want to put in. I think I'll just say this: too many Tom dirt balls. The ground is not a receiver. And I particularly hated this issue with Godwin because he would put it in everyone else's chest. But when it came to Godwin, like I think like most of his targets that he missed was with Godwin. He just threw the ball in the dirt, threw it too low, making Godwin either impossible to catch it or Godwin had to do the most work ever to at least try to get a hand on it.
Well, he targeted him 12 times and he completed 6. So 50% of the balls that he did not complete was pretty much dirt balls. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much dirt. Like why? Like that's just like the issue. And then can I say one more thing?
You got 3. You got 3 already. I'm not gonna write it down.
I got you.
So next up we got Big Buck. Give me 3 things, man.
All 3 phases of the game, special teams, offense, and defense were not good today. Secondly, I felt like Pittsburgh had a good game plan in place, and they were able to execute it defensively, and that kind of pretty much hurt our offense a little bit. Lastly, I felt like offensively, it's like we had the same game plan every week. We suck.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, that's your 3 things right there.
Yeah.
All right, Travis, what's up, man? I had to put you right there, like at the end, so
Yeah, you good, man. I'm gonna start this off right now. There's no fire in this offense, and there's a lack of creativity.
That's a new one.
Lack of creativity, and it's very evident, and we've been seeing that for years. We see the same plays every Sunday, occasionally on Mondays, and sometimes on Thursday nights. And, it's awful. And number 3, I mean, I think this is obvious, just inconsistencies, man. It's just it's all this talent gone to waste at this point. The only bright spot is we got with this whole experiment was 1 ring and 2 playoff appearances and a divisional crown. And that's all I got.
Mr. That's a good one. So, Mr. Horrible, you watched the game today. I need 3 things from you from the game that stood out: good, bad, or ugly. 3 things.
All right, good. Ryan Suckup, good. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but he was clutching our kicks. That was the only best thing we had going on.
MVP.
Bad would be Russell Gage. How you gonna miss 2 crucial drops? A touchdown drop, and then the 2-point conversion. Was it? No, that wasn't him. Was it? There was another drop. I think it was 2 crucial ones. So Russell Gage is another bad player that stood out. And then third, most of all, is our O-line. Terrible. Put Walton over Luka Decky. I'm tired of him. I don't care if he plays tackle. Just put him in there.
Amen.
Put him in there.
Yeah, he's one of the worst guards in the NFL. I've been saying that for the last 3 weeks. So
No, stop saying that, man. He is the worst.
Nah.
I can't see no one worse.
Man, he cannot go a game without a penalty. He's got to do 1 penalty. Have y'all noticed that? 1 penalty a game. That is horrible.
It's not even just a penalty. It's just his lack of blocking, too.
He can't block.
Yeah, it's like
I think he closed his eyes.
That boy be on roller skates.
He do, man. Cameron
I
Hayward
think
had
he
him
closed his
on
eyes.
skates, bro. I was like, good God. I'm watching the game again, by the way.
He
But it's
looking
the
like
whole
food out there, ain't
Hainsey and Shaq, too. Like, come on. What are y'all doing?
So
make the holes.
So as I look at this, the totality of it, what everybody's saying, right? So there is a little some connection with all this, right? And it's going to come back to at the end as I go through this list of good, bad, ugly. If you want to put this, but so one of the things I noticed what everybody been saying, and it kind of falls under the energy, fire. These are the key things I'm hearing, like energy, fire, heart. Where does that come from?
Coaching.
Culture, coaching, yeah, all in between.
Okay, so those 3 things that stand out, and from a team perspective, it's not even just specific positions or a specific player. It's just the team lacking fire, heart, energy. You mean to tell me a team that you're supposed to beat, you don't got the energy, the heart, and the passion to beat, and the Bucs are clearly better than the Steelers. Clearly, overall, like I know they beat us, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at the Steelers right now, and you look at the Bucs, there is no way in hell they should have lost the game. But the lack of heart, energy, explosiveness, that's what
consistency, discipline.
Like I'm seeing all these things that y'all mentioning, and also I want to get on, and a lot of people are looking at the offense, but Grislow mentioned Shaq, the pass rush, right? He mentioned the pass rush. Then I see, the lack of pass rush, and Tobias mentioned too old. Interesting, right? And creativity, lack of explosiveness. That's offensively. I'm pretty sure that's what y'all was focused on, with the lack of explosiveness and creativity. Inconsistency. Travis mentioned that inconsistency, and we've been seeing that for the last 4 weeks. The inconsistency offensively and defensively in certain situations. Situational football is hurting the Bucs big time. 3rd down and longs. Their 3rd down defense has not been good. 3rd down offense, not good. That's inconsistencies. The creativity, the lack of explosiveness, that's offensive. Not being able to consistently move the ball and run the ball. And then when you move the ball, it's like, okay, you do it in spots here and there. It's not consistent throughout 4 quarters. That goes back to inconsistency. Then O-line. Mentioned the O-line, terrible. And also that's been and we talked about this.
Staple.
That's been one of the biggest issues. And specifically the interior O-line. I know Shaq Mason is good, but when we talk about interior, we talk about guards and centers. They're not doing a good job.
That hurt us bad.
Right. They're not doing a good job. Like the changeover from I know Jensen got hurt and Marpet retired and Kappa left, but losing those 3 and replacing it with a new 3, whoo, that's a drop off, fellas. Can we admit that? That's a drop off.
That's the reason why Tom Brady was yelling at them. That's that bad.
That's a big drop off. And then and I see a lot of it is centered around offensively, because offensively it's the same game plan, the 3rd downs in the red zone. Like, so you saying, like, it's offensively, is that the biggest problem right now?
Well, our line, but yeah, offensively it is. We can't even get the red zone, man. How many times have we gone to the red zone and we've been stopped throughout the whole 6 games? Plenty of times.
Well, Sal mentioned 3rd down and red zones.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible. So that goes back to Byron Edwards, right? They sit down and they do the game plan before the game start, or Friday Or Saturday, they go over the game plan. This is what we're gonna execute. This is what we're gonna do to this team. Are the Bucks literally walking into the games like saying, "This is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna play to the specific team that we're going against. We're gonna play how we want to play, and that's what it is." Is that what the Bucks do?
Yeah, we're gonna impose our quote unquote will that we don't even have.
Yeah. Remember, we was down at the red zone, and it was like, I think 1 yard to go. I think Lenny Fournette was stopped literally right there. Right after that play, I think we had one more play. Why didn't we QB sneak? That was the perfect opportunity because the way they shift out of motion, it was wide open for Tom Brady to go in there.
This
then
was
later
mentioned
on,
earlier.
They tried to QB sneak, and then they literally stacked the middle. Like, come on, y'all don't see that?
Well, that goes back to what Trouble City said. He said third short yardage, short yardage situations. The Bucks is not good right now. They just don't do a good job third and short.
That's the play calling.
Terrible.
And no adjustments either. Even at the halftime, no adjustments.
Horrible.
And then Trouble City mentioned special teams. It bit us in the butt today. Keith Armstrong. There you go. You want your name mentioned again? Keith Armstrong.
And Darden had a path, He literally had like 15 yards of separation so he could try to just maneuver out to the right and get more yards. But he got 1 yard. Like, holy crap, bro.
That's why he got that number. He only good for 1 yard.
But see, if we're gonna look at Brady, but then Trouble City also mentioned separation, lack of separation from the receivers. I mean, what can we do with that? What can they do with that? There's nothing they can do with that. They can't get faster. They're not going to get faster.
I'm not going to lie. The defense made a couple of plays. I mean, there was this one play down to Kate Auden, and the linebacker tipped the ball, or was it? It was probably Kate Auden, and it was going to be a touchdown.
Yeah,
but the linebacker tipped the ball.
Well, here's the
play was like that too, man. It was just unfortunate.
Big Bucks mentioned this, and he was the I was about to say this, but Big Bucks mentioned this. One of his 3 things that he mentioned, the execution of what Pittsburgh did. Nobody, what everybody said, nobody mentioned the execution of Pittsburgh except for Big Bucks. He was the only one that said Pittsburgh executed.
Yeah. And they executed with backup practice players. So that's coaching up. That's how you coach up a team.
There you go.
We're terrible, man.
The reporter said if we can hold back Lenny Fournette and Mike Evans, and that's it. You ain't really got nobody else to go with. Because Chris Godwin is not to his full form. Russell Gage obviously can't make it happen.
Holy crap.
It's just
it's 17.
Oh, that's what we're doing now?
Yeah.
All right, so
and don't mention Julio Jones. Oops.
So Travis, you mentioned. So I want to get back to. I think everybody have an issue with the offense. So let's talk about it real quick.
Big time.
So
it's the same game playing every week.
Travis mentioned creativity. Was you referring specifically to the offensive passing game, running, or just offense in general?
Offense in general.
Everything.
How about logic? You can't run the ball to the left side, but you continuously run the ball to the left side.
Or interior.
Logic should tell you, okay, we have a little success running behind Shaq, Mason, and Tristan. Why not why not do that? If you're gonna run it to that side. And he's talking about Byron said, you shouldn't run the ball, run a play more than one time in a game. That's just stupid. You run it till they stop it.
How many times you would run this game?
21.
Man, we can't run that off.
And Fournette had 21 carries and White had 4 carries, so basically 25 carries for basically nothing.
Now I wish we could figure out how many they ran to the right side.
I can look at that. I mean, I can figure that out.
Let's find out how many times they're running it behind Tristan.
I only remember one time, but that was that toss sweep on 4th and 1.
There was a couple.
Thank you. And that sweep to God when they got called back. And that sweep to God when they got called back. Them the only 2.
But they run a sweep with Godwin every game.
So let me ask y'all this then. So the Bucks running game, give me so the Bucks running game. They had 25 carries between the 2 running backs, right? 25 carries.
Predictable.
and it was 21 carries for 63 yards, and then 4 carries for 12 yards. So basically 75 yards, 25 carries, 75 yards, 3 yards a carry. How many of those plays were dive plays?
80% of them, 90% of them, 90%.
When it goes back to the creativity part, what Travis was saying. So the running
that
play
depends on the dive play because they'll have like 5 men up front, or they'll have like a 6-7 men up front. And that's probably why.
So it's like a power/dive. Power.
Yeah.
The only time that we ran the ball to that right, to that left side and had success is when they put in Gedeke. I mean, what's the
Kokev?
Kokev. They put him in at fullback.
I didn't see that a lot this game, by the way. I didn't see the Kokev K-Dot combination tight
Yeah,
end.
I was wondering if that happened a lot. I was like, I ain't seen that much.
We ran the ball. They put Kokev in at fullback one time and ran into that side. And Lenny had about a 7-8 yard good bust. He had a good run. Never seen it again. Who's falling back? Who's falling back?
Rudy.
Who is that?
Rudy all day.
Okay, that was him. So
can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, everybody talked the run game. When the last time? How many times has Leonard Fournette made somebody miss this season?
None.
Oh, I mentioned that.
Travis mentioned that.
He runs.
Wait,
towards
are we
contact.
talking about make somebody miss, like shaking them, or like trucking them?
I was gonna say because he breaks some tackles.
He looking like Peyton Barber out there.
He welcomes contact. I was saying how he'll get a hole, and if
Peyton Barber
cut to the right, he can get a big old gain, but he'll see 2 people coming at him, and he'll go head on to them instead of going to
He
the
thinks
right.
he can take anybody one on. You think he can take
He
anybody
like
one-on-one?
welcomes contact, and you saw this years and years ago when he was in Jacksonville, and he called out Mike Mitchell, the safety, doing this because he wanted the contact. He's that kind of back, but it's like, bro, you try to protect your body, but you welcome in contact, and you also being selfish in a way. You could easily carry the team by getting bigger yardage. He doesn't make anyone miss.
I don't think he's that shifty. If we're talking about,
I was gonna say, does he even have that type of skill to be making people miss?
No.
That's why I can't think of his name.
Christian McCaffrey.
I can't think of old boy name. That's why he keep bringing up Keyshawn Vaughn. At least Keyshawn got some shiftiness to him.
Hey man, we gonna have to make it.
If nothing else,
White got shiftiness.
Yeah, he did.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Yeah, he do.
How do you know?
He ain't nothing but a receiving back, man. White. He can't
Man,
get a gap.
I'm convinced. No, he's not.
What is his nonsense?
No, he's not.
Talking
He
about
has no shiftiness either. He tiptoes back behind the blocker and tries to squeeze. There's no shiftiness in his game. No.
Are you talking about Rashad White? Because I'm talking about Rashad White.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
He won't hit a gap. He want to play behind the line. He won't go up the B or the A.
He wants to run behind the blocker. He wants to run behind the blocker, and I ain't seeing no wiggle. Where you seeing some wiggle at, bro?
Same thing.
Stop
it's
it,
like
man.
none of our backs got
we got to stop that fantasy stuff because it's not. When did you see him shake anybody?
Exactly.
I'm just irritated. I'm tired of us losing. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, you can't really say you haven't
This man ain't shook nobody, man. What are y'all
He doesn't have
talking
much
about?
tape of it. He doesn't get enough touches to show it.
Yeah, I agree. He don't
When
have
I do see him,
But is that
okay? He got the ball a lot
behind the
against Kansas
line.
City.
He don't be decisive and hit a gap.
No, he don't.
So
he
are we
don't.
talking?
Stop lying. He don't.
Is he as bad as Doug Martin?
No.
Bro, how many carries did he get against Kansas City?
Y'all know. Y'all do realize.
Well,
y'all do
Kansas
realize,
City. I mean, nobody really ran.
Y'all do realize White is only played.
Stop it.
White is still a Rick. I mean, he's still got time to develop. I mean, good God.
We do, but that's not what I'm saying. You talking about somebody who can shake and shift. He ain't doing that right now.
Right.
Well, I mean, we don't got like. I mean, it's not like
have an offensive line to do that.
I'll give these rookies like three games.
I mean, it's not like we
man.
got Christian McCaffrey back there. I
As a
mean,
receiving back, that's about it, though.
I mean, get a man a chance to develop.
I ain't saying get rid of him. I ain't saying get rid of him. I'm just saying y'all trying to give him a capability that we ain't seen.
Because the line's terrible.
I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm just saying he kind of one of those patient runners that get behind the blocker and then try to
So in
squeeze
other
a little
words,
bit.
the running scheme is wrong for Rashad White.
We don't got no all-world running backs, man.
That's always how he run. He run too high.
I
He
mean,
don't
what
run,
do you do
he
in
don't run
outback?
below with his pads. He run
Right, I'm
high.
saying, but the scheme that we run is basically
Don't.
you know.
Yeah,
Man,
don't.
what is
halfback dive?
We don't got no wideouts. We don't got no route runners. We don't got no running backs.
I don't want to, man. We got route runners.
We got route runners.
I guarantee
We
you,
got
you put
route
him on
runners.
the Eagles. I bet you see a big difference in his running style.
Because the Eagles run a different type of offensive as far as running.
Yeah, the Eagles.
RPO,
the Eagles,
boot.
man. I'm.
We don't run a zone.
Eagles
We don't run a
a
zone.
read option.
We don't
They
run.
see the defensive end crash down, and then they keep
We
on.
don't
But
run. The Bucks don't run.
But Jalen Hurts improved his level of passing now.
Bucko,
Bucks
I
don't run.
asked you last week. I said, man, go look and see the success of when we run it behind Tristan's side and when we run it against the other side.
Okay, I'll do
Look that up.
I would do it.
We have way more success running on Tristan's side, and we don't run to that side.
That ain't gonna solve the problem either way. So
But if you're gonna continue to run it, why not run it to the strength of your team of the line?
Because everyone's complaining about predictability, and if we keep doing that, guess what? They're gonna.
We're not doing it. That's the problem. They're running it they're running it behind Luke Gedeke.
Well, the O-line run blocking overall is horrible.
Yes.
Man, there's only so much. You can run power, you can run counter, you can run dual.
Look
you can
up
run
what I said, Bucko. Look up what I said, bro.
They can't run
Look
block.
up what I said.
They're not good
They
run
just
blockers.
cannot run block at
They can't
all.
run block, man.
I mean,
There's
it's
only
also
a handful of plays where they get like 8-7 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if we cracked 10 yards this game. To be honest.
I mean, but you ever notice every running formation, everybody's bunched in tight, like every time, just about. Then you motion push Godwin across to see if you in man or something or zone, and it's the same thing. Like
the Bucks can't run. They can't run zone. They can't run a zone scheme. They don't have the old lineman for that, and they don't have the running backs for that.
Man, our
Okay,
O-line is horrible.
what do you need to run a zone running scheme?
Outside. You got outside zone and inside zone.
I'm just saying, like, if you look at the Kyle Shanahan, Denver Bronco, Mike Shanahan scheme, and you look at the Philly scheme, you know, those guys run different schemes, blocking combination, different schemes than what we do. And then overall, the Bucks O-line is just not good run blocks. What's so hard about it?
Seems like the offense is
what I'm
so
saying is,
to figure that out.
I think Shaq and Tristan are athletic enough to move laterally.
That's not what they. That's
let's
run. That's not what they're running.
Zone. They run duo.
They not running that. They're not running that scheme. They don't run that type of style of game or running game. They don't run that.
Let's not act like the run blocking has not been bad the last 4 or 5 years. This is nothing new. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's not been bad or
left,
has.
right, front, back,
I mean,
side.
but last year it wasn't.
Last year
wasn't this bad. Well, yeah, I mean,
The Bucks are like 31st in the NFL in yards per game rushing.
We've never been a good team running the football. Last year, when we won the Super Bowl, we weren't that good of a pass. Like, we've never been like an all-world pass.
So that's a combination of that's a combination of three things: the O-line being bad, the running back that we using to try to get those yards, and the plays being called.
Fellas, here's the other thing y'all consider. This is the Tom Brady offense. Just keep that in mind here. When people are killing BA, they running stuff Brady does. Maybe it doesn't fit this person.
Let me ask y'all this: what type of running back you need to run a zone scheme?
Look at the 49ers, Mostert, those type of guys. You need guys who's a wiggle. Them guys can make people.
We need elite speed.
So what are you saying? What are you saying? We need a pass catching running back in the backfield?
No, we need elite speed at running back. We don't have elite speed.
We don't. We don't.
When I say elite speed, I mean top tier speed. We don't have.
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know. I can't say that. When I seen Keyshawn Vaughn bust for 96 yards.
But he's in the doghouse though. He can't take care of the football, man.
How did what? When
that man ain't fumble? When you seen him fumble?
When he fumbled?
Okay, let me ask y'all this question. What are y'all seeing? What are y'all seeing? What is y'all seeing that what the coach is not seeing in Keyshawn Vaughn?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm seeing that. What I see is that when there's a little
wait. Every time y'all mention him, it's one FUCK game.
Okay, well you got to get the opportunity, don't you?
What are y'all seeing that the coach not seeing?
I'm just saying
He drafted Rashad White in the 3rd round. What does that tell y'all?
He's not that guy.
I'm not saying he that guy. Why can't it be a running game by committee? You got to switch it up. I see other teams do it.
Right, exactly.
Ain't nobody giving one. Ain't nobody giving one running back 80% of the carries anymore.
If you mean to tell me Keyshawn Vaughn is so good, a rookie took his spot.
I ain't saying he's so good. I'm just saying he's a change of pace.
So good. I'm saying the man is decisive and he'll hit a gap. He ain't tiptoeing
he's
around.
not
He's patient.
He's not
behind the line.
not nice. He's not nice.
Good
man.
enough, man. I watch
neither is anybody else.
He's not good enough.
So
He was one of the worst running backs we could have drafted at that point.
Nobody else. Well, okay, if he ain't nice, what we got to lose? Because the other two ain't doing much either.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not wrong there.
Well, then we back at square one.
We at
just
square
don't
one with
know
it.
how to run.
We don't know how to run the ball. We saw this before.
They didn't pay Keyshawn.
It ain't that hard.
Run the ball,
man. They need to get
matter.
Can we make a trade by the deadline or something, man? Like this
don't matter. We can't run
what
the
is
ball.
the deadline?
Like
that's what I'm saying. They were talking about stuff for Christian McCaffrey. We ain't getting Christian McCaffrey, man.
I don't want him either.
It don't matter who behind the center. It don't matter. It don't matter who's running the ball for the Bucs. We can't run block. What is so hard to understand, fellas?
Well, then spread it out and let's pass it
run
around.
block that Cowboy game. Showing up good.
5 weeks ago. It's got every week.
It happened.
Yeah, and that was the first week too.
Yeah, it happened, but it got worse.
It's got worse.
I don't know if they can't run block. I don't know.
Can it be that they're not practicing it?
He said you don't know we can't run block. You got 5 weeks of evidence, buddy.
Hold on.
You got 5 weeks of evidence that you know we can't run the ball.
We ran a good week 1 and week 2. I don't think they're practicing to run block.
Lord have mercy.
I don't think they're practicing.
What you guys?
So are we really making this argument now that they don't practice? Like what? They don't
arguing. Like you're trying to argue. Run game is horrible.
You say we don't practice the run game. What does that even mean?
What I mean is, okay, if you're going to make an emphasis, let me say this. If they're trying to make such an emphasis on trying to run the ball, what are y'all practicing in it? Because it don't look like they practice it.
I mean, how about this? How about they practice? They're just not good. How about this? How about they practice? They're just not good.
It don't matter who the running back is. We can't run the ball.
My name.
Well, then what can we do then?
Our O-line is horrible.
Okay, so then y'all keep saying we're gonna get better. Y'all keep saying we're gonna get better, but y'all saying after 6 weeks. You said after 6 weeks. You said after 6 weeks that you can tell we ain't got no running game. So then, what does that say about everything else we're doing?
All I know is we got to put something together.
Travis, you want to jump in, Travis?
We are horrible.
I mean, if everybody, I know everybody's talking over one another. I know, Horrible just got in here, so he has a lot to say.
Horrible.
Sal's been in here, speaking his piece. Listen, I mean, at this point, it shows running game is lacking. Yes, I do believe we should pass more. But the way to do it is the quick thinking and dunking, because we do not protect Brady enough. We do not protect him long enough. We can't do these long pass plays. So we got to do quick passes because we get too much. We give up too much. But the running game,
when you dink and dunk, that's going to open up the middle of the field.
Dink and dunk, right? You know you got to cut, block, and get them hands down when you throw quick passes, right?
And you need a running back that can block. I am very aware of that, just as I'm aware that we have no run game either.
Yeah.
I believe our run. I believe on our pass block for our running back more than our run game. How sad is that?
Exactly. Me too.
Man, this is bad.
If we can't run, we gotta throw anyway.
You believe in it more than Brady do.
Yo, man, we got to put something together, man. This is bad. Brady, you got Brady over here cursing his teammate. We got to do something about this, man.
Somebody needs to curse at Brady. I
mean,
all I'm saying is
and
it don't matter.
Tom
who the
Brady
running back
this
is.
week is horrible. I'm not gonna
My man
take
Tom
anything
Go
away from the Steelers
running.
defense, but
And
he
it
was
was
not
piss
playing
poor
well.
out there, man.
Oh yeah, he didn't play good.
Along with Shaq
He did
Barrett.
not play good.
Yeah,
I
Shaq
blame
Barrett.
a lot of it
Yeah,
on
thank
Tom
you,
too.
Isaiah.
Along with Shaq
Hell,
Barrett.
run out the shotgun.
Yeah.
Shaq Barrett non-existent.
But you can't rely. This ain't 0-2 Bucks, man. We can't rely on our defense to
This
hold up a
also,
whole game.
I mean,
Bro,
this
but I mean, we
also
won
is
the Super
not.
Bowl
Can
in
we
2020
stop?
with the defense,
But this
okay.
also is not 2007 Tom Brady, where they're trying to make it the whole offense throw the ball 40
But
times a
okay, you
game.
got to do something though. You
All right,
can't keep
listen.
coming out
Hey,
laying the egg every series.
hey, gentlemen, listen. I feel like we've been talking about the same thing for the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
This game is behind us now.
Who we got next week?
We got Carolina.
Carolina,
which is probably gonna be harder.
And
if we lose to them, man, I'm
And then after Carolina, here comes the onslaught.
Listen.
Oh yeah,
Bucco's
Baltimore.
We already talked about 3 key points. All right. Let's look to next week. We got to look at film. We got to regroup. And let's prepare for Carolina. This game is behind us now. I understand we all frustrated. I think we all got it on our chest. Most of us.
all I'm saying, I'm gonna say this one more thing. I'm gonna let Travis go ahead and take it out, but it don't matter who the running back is. It don't matter who the running back is. We can't run the ball.
No,
we can't. I'm just looking for some type of possibility or something. I know I'm grabbing it. I'm reaching for stars, but
Yo,
damn.
man, we not the team that I thought. It's not looking too good right now.
It's not a good team.
Like, yeah, it's not looking good, man.
Well, look, we are
there's
what
some
our record
good.
say. We're 500. We're 500 team. That's what we are.
Yeah.
There's still some good. I mean, it's almost like you got to hit
We're a
rock
500
bottom to
team.
have
We're a
some.
500 team.
Hold
This should
up.
be
It's almost like we got
5-1.
to hit rock bottom.
Yeah,
for us to have
exactly.
some
We
kind
should.
of motivation to be able to just turn it around and then just go on a hot streak of winning the game. Just like when we did when we won the Super Bowl. We were 7-5, right?
Right.
We had it. We hit rock bottom, and then we flipped it around, and they just went all the way
Y'all
through.
just said it's
But
17 new players
But
on this
right
team. This is
now,
not that team.
right now, we are a average team. That's what we are. 500 average team.
I'd say we're
middle of the
below
pack.
average on offense, but above average on defense. Can we say that?
And it equals average.
Does that equate to it cancels that? All right.
But what if you put?
I don't
what if
even
you
think
throw
we're
in the
average on
special teams?
offense
That
now. I think we're a little bit
below
below average, honestly.
Middle of the pack. That's what we are.
Our offense is. It's like terrible. Like trying to watch our offense.
Well,
man,
wait. It's not terrible. It's just key categories.
Red zone. How about that? Red zone.
Red zone.
Third
down.
Don't sugarcoat it, man.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Look,
we can drive.
Look, we can as far as
my granny can drive a car, but that don't mean she's good at it.
Look,
Mike Evans, take Mike Evans out the game. Who we throwing to?
Wait, hold on. Look, third downs, we're not really good at that. Red zone, we're not good. And also running the ball, we're not good. Those are three major areas.
That's what it takes to be good.
That's offense. What is offense? Taking the first down?
If you if you can't convert on third down and you can't score in the red zone, what is that? What is it then? That ain't good.
Us in the pack, we don't got no good.
Brothers, we are trash on offense.
I mean, we don't got no team right now. I just don't see the continuity.
We're trying to say we decent and we're okay. We're middle of the pack. No, we're not.
Yes, we are. That's what
So
we
all
are.
this noise. So all this noise. So it's not happening, man. All this noise about us.
We are not middle of the pack.
So y'all literally acting like we're just the bottom of the freaking barrel.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying right now we don't look good. That's what I'm saying.
We are.
What I'm saying is we don't look forward. We talk about the present.
Hey, so I'm gonna have to change the subject because we're going back in circles again. So what about the Packers?
No, we're not. No, we are 500 team. I don't care about the Packers.
What happened?
A 500.
They look
team.
terrible too.
We are
the Packers.
I don't care about
the Packers.
No. I don't care about them. I don't care. That's
this is not Green Bay. I don't care about
Green Bay. We are a 500 team.
They
we
got
are a
motorboats
500 team. Ain't no shoulda, coulda, 5-1. No, we are a 500 team.
And that's not good.
Let's address the fact that next week we have Carolina, and then a short week because we play Thursday night football. So we got 2 games next week.
Hey,
It's
I'm not
the
gonna.
Carolina
Hey, I got
game
my
on the
first
road,
loss prediction.
and then the Baltimore game on Thursday.
I'm
All
not
right.
gonna be shocked if
And
we
they're
lose
gonna be
to the
pissed about losing
Seahawks.
to the Giants today.
Man, Baltimore gonna run us out the building.
They're gonna
I'm
motorboat
not
us.
gonna be shocked if
I
we
mean,
lose to the
nowadays you don't
Seahawks,
even know
man.
anymore,
So
right?
anybody, so who predicted a loss for this? Anybody
I
predicted
did.
a loss for this
I
game?
did.
I did.
My man's no.
I
My
predicted
man.
I finally
loss.
got my first L, man. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my first dub with the loss.
I got this one wrong. Yikes.
I got this one super
I
wrong.
thought it was gonna be a
I'm
surefire
telling
win.
y'all put too much faith in.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you why I thought we were gonna win. It was because of the depleted secondary. Because I knew personally that we are cursed with beating rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? They got a depleted secondary. We're about to just shred that shit, just like Buffalo did. So when that didn't happen, I was like,
And no
we in some trouble because we can't get it together.
Well, the only reason I said like loss
And no TJ Watt. And no TJ Watt.
No TJ Watt.
And
No
the-
TJ Watt.
and the starting
Patrick.
No
and the
Minka
starting tight
Fitzpatrick.
end
No.
was out.
And the other bull got hurt too in the middle of the game.
And the third best defensive lineman looked like a star.
I put us as a loss just because like this was the beginning of the season. I didn't think their defense was going to be as like injured as they were now. So that's what I was going off of. And I couldn't change it to a dub. I couldn't change it to a dub anyway because I thought Mike Tomlin was going to outcoach Todd Bowles to the moon.
There's no way in the world we should have lost to a depleted team like this that's 1-4.
Coach,
Can we beat a team with a great coach? Like, can we just that's all I'm asking for.
I mean, we could
That's all I'm
possibly beat
asking.
Carolina because they don't got their head coach, but you never know now.
Like,
Steve, well, hey, Rob,
I
hey,
wouldn't be
there's tension
surprised if
building.
we lost last week.
There's tension building in that locker room too.
All I know is
I
Shannon
wouldn't be
Sharp is
surprised
gonna
if we
go
lost. I wouldn't
ham on Skip Bayless tomorrow.
Would anybody be surprised if we lost next week?
Nope.
I would be less surprised losing to the Panthers.
I predicted that we lost that game. To be honest with you.
No, I don't think we're gonna lose. I mean, I don't know the way it's
I'm
going
saying
now.
that we're going to lose.
Hey,
I
I
said,
don't know.
would anybody be surprised?
That defense ain't a slouch. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to Carolina.
I didn't say it. I didn't say we were going to lose.
I don't know about
I
y'all.
said
So what
if
y'all
we
got?
lost,
As much as I love to chat with y'all, I gotta get ready for work in the morning. So
That's what I'm about to chat. I'm about to shut this down, man, because we're going in circles now, man.
I know we're in different time zones, but I know I got work in the morning. I got bills to pay and mouths to feed.
I'm off tomorrow, so
anybody with closing remarks? Anybody closing remarks on the Steelers game?
I think Sal should start this off.
Yes.
Closing remarks.
Man, stop it. We lost to a 1-4 team that was depleted.
We did.
It was. If you thought last week sucked, this game was even more embarrassing than last week. And I have nothing. I have nothing that can give me confidence that we're getting better. Or I wouldn't be surprised if we lost next week. I wouldn't be.
Man, if we lose no coach,
hold on. Let him go. Let him go.
I don't expect us to. I don't expect us to lose next week, but it wouldn't surprise me at this point. That's all I got. Show me.
Anybody else want to say anything before I close it down?
Look, man.
Yeah, I want to close it out. Look, we got to do something about Luke Gedeke, whatever you want to call him. 67.
Luke Skywalker.
67.
No, he ain't reaching the sky.
Gotta be
Except his
replaced.
hands falling back.
67's got to be replaced. I do not care if we put Walton in there or Leverett. Please, just take him out the game.
So you're saying Todd Bowles? So you're saying Todd Bowles should shake something up?
Yes.
Yeah, we need a change
And I
on
like
that
his
line.
You need to
idea.
change that in-house comment.
That's all I got to say because that old line is really killing us terribly bad when it comes to pass blocking and run blocking. It's just not helping Tom Brady. And then when Tom Brady gets emotional, then guess what? He's not going to be on point. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's downhill.
It's all like it's a snowball effect. You know what I mean? So with this snowball effect, it affects everyone. At some point, it's going to affect the defense because then they're not going to be able to maintain, the momentum all throughout the game. I would love for them to do that, but they just can't do it all throughout the game. They need
the defense are going in the wrong direction.
Did you know? Did you know the Steelers is 0-8 without Watt prior to this game?
Yeah.
No, but it's us.
And
so
they finally got the first win.
we make records for other teams. I wouldn't.
I did, Bucko. I knew that. So what does that tell you?
So that's my closing remark on that one. And
They made
we're gonna have to move on.
They made Chase.
Wait.
They made.
I got a remark.
Okay, what's up, Grislow?
Just like I hope. I mean, we might not have like any power, but like I hope like we at least entertain like trade situations before the trade deadline. We don't do that. We rarely ever do that. I'm not saying I don't know who's exactly out there that could like change.
So you're saying the Bucks should entertain it?
Yeah, we should entertain something. Maybe like try to like help us out because even like if the O-line, I don't even know like who we could really get on the O-line, but Gadecki ain't going.
Who's going to want one of our players? If it ain't Godwin,
he doesn't know who,
if it ain't Godwin or Evans,
no, I don't know who. That's not, I'm not saying like who. I'm saying I just want.
They're not
to
trading
see what
Godwin,
they could
man.
like try. I'm not saying like trade Godwin.
He's not saying specifically who, but he wants to say in general we need to make something happen with the trade. To
I
get our
get
team
that,
better.
but what I'm saying is the likelihood of that is very slim to minimal.
No, and I get that. I'm just saying that's what I want.
There's
no trade value, is what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is we have no trade value.
I wish Shaq Barrett was
That's
trade
what
value,
I
but
just
after
said.
these last couple weeks.
Yeah, there's no one to. Who's going to want anything that we have?
Man, Shaq Barrett was an overpay.
Who's going to want anything? Ain't nobody want Shaq. Shaq ain't did nothing.
That contract is horrible.
Oh, wait, we're not going to go down there. That's a whole nother conversation, gentlemen.
Yeah,
We're gonna shut this down. I appreciate everybody coming into the locker room. It's always fun when we lose.
It's entertaining.
It's because everybody gets a little emotional.
It gets the views.
And, it gets the views. Yeah. But eventually we'll start winning. And well,
hopefully.
I wish I had your optimism, Isaiah. I really do.
Look,
I wish
man.
I had it.
Look,
I'm still optimistic. I think everybody is.
I'm sticking with the week 9, week 10. I'm sticking with that.
Oh.
But like I didn't think we were gonna look this shaky, man. Like
I think we'll be fine.
I think we'll be all right.
Well, thank you, Marlon, Rudy, and Grislow, and Sal, and Horrible, and Trouble City, and Travis coming into the locker room.
Yes, sir.
We got the All 22 coming up, so we know we got to review that.
Right, everyone.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank y'all for joining this locker room discussion.
I can't wait to see Walk in the Plank.
Oh boy, it's gonna be fun on that one. It's gonna be loud and fun on that one. And that'll be tomorrow, by the way. Walking the Plank tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. And hopefully the All 22 is ready. And we're gonna review some film, and we're gonna discuss a little bit more of what we see on the film.
I mean, you got a lot of timestamps.
Hashtag. What does your eyes tell you, right? So
I hope I can make it. I usually got work, but let me see if I can make it.
If you can't make it, you can always review it back. So anyway, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Well, folks, we're 3-3. I mean,
yikes!
It is what it is. It is what it is. Like they're 5-1, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. The reality is we're 3-3. Still winning the division. Still up in the division. Still got the division in hand. So that's the most important thing. Win your division. And right now,
yes, sir.
Still in the driver's seat, folks. That's not panic. Okay, relax.
The Saints lost.
Saints lost.
Relax. Yeah, so we good. Trust me, we good.
I love y'all, man. Y'all help me get through my hard times like this. This is therapy.
So y'all make sure y'all come back. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow for the Walk in the Plank. That's gonna be a fun one. Oh gosh, I might come on with a new sound.
The splash and the splash.
I gotta find a new sound for something.
You might have to do a cannon fire sound.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that out of the cannonball. The cannon.
Shoot them out of the cannon.
Yeah,
right
out of the cannon.
right out of the cannon, right into the water.
Yeah,
shoot
right
the cannon into the water. I'm thinking about doing that combination right there. So I gotta find the cannonball.
That's dope right there. I like that.
You just need to walk off the plank with a walking boot, man.
Yeah, I gotta find a cannon sound. And then put the water sound right behind it. I think that'll be dope.
Get the Bucks cue. Get the Bucks cannon sound, and then
fire the cannon.
Hey man, can we win football games? That's all I ask for.
We will.
We won
that's
3.
all I ask
We
for.
won 3.
Can we just win ball games?
Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise
Everyone
the
have a
flag.
good day at work.
Always.
Hashtag no risk it, no biscuit.
I don't have no fun at
Hashtag
work.
facts over feelings. Hashtag bombs away 40 times a day.
Always.
Hashtag stay humble.
Hashtag we
stay
can't run the
humble.
ball.
Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? You will see that in all 22. Hashtag don't get mad at me, get mad at the team. Hashtag
Isaiah's just a fan. At the end of the day.
hashtag trenches matter. And we're gonna keep saying that. Trenches matter.
Hashtag where's Giselle?
Hashtag probability versus possibility. Let's get that straight. Hashtag we in trouble.
Let's creep it up.
Hashtag pass rush question mark?
No. Hashtag possibility over probability. You know, and
Hashtag the boat sinking.
I think we need a new hashtag. Hashtag logic.
Well, that's kind of facts over feelings. That's the same.
I don't know.
That's kind of like the same concept right there, you know.
I
Because
feel like
logic.
when you say facts over feelings, Isaiah, you get into people's feels when you say that.
Hashtag the ship sinking.
Hashtag get it together.
Yeah. Hashtag get heart. There we go.
Is it still Super? Are y'all saying Super Bowl or bust?
Yes. Hashtag Super Bowl or bust.
If you have Tom Brady, it's automatic Super Bowl. There's no.
Well, it wasn't Super Bowl or bust last year.
That ain't gonna change. That ain't gonna change. It wasn't last year, but this year it is because
this year it
is.
is.
This is the final year.
This is it. But
you don't retire and come back and not be Super Bowl or
come
bust.
back tomorrow for the walk in the plank. Come back. Trust me, it's gonna be fun.
Always.
Fun. Shout out to Travis for coming in, staying around for 3
My
hours.
guys.
Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's getting fun,
Yes, sir.
folks. You know, but I'll see
And
y'all
now the
tomorrow.
middle of the season starting to heat up a little bit.
I'll see y'all tomorrow and have a great Monday. I'll see y'all later tomorrow or today. Peace out, man. I'm out, man.